Hey, this ain't a drill. Only time I playing is on the field. And when I'm on the field, no, I got mad skills. And you know we about to eat this a fast meal. Y'all gotta pay for this heat like a gas bill. We keep on coming back, so yeah, they mad still. 716 make them pay me some bad bills. Red, white, and blue like Superman, so you know we eating at the Super Bowl. Kill the competition, set up the funeral. Josh Allen catching all the shots you go for. We callin' blitz. Ready to start, we ain't calling no quits. I'm the #1 draft pick. A lot of y'all talk, but I ain't hearing it. Only listen to Keyshawn and him. Talk about the Bills dominating on the field. All our players got them skills. Buffalo gon' make a kill when we talk about the Bills. Dominating on the field, and our players got them skills. Buffalo gon' make a kill.
What's going on? Welcome back to another live episode of the Post Podium Podcast, home of the all truth. No, I you know what? I don't even know why that keeps going on repeat. It's like automatically set like that.
Because it's hot fire. It's hot fire.
Look. We are back in the studio and back here for another great episode for you guys. We had to really make some moves. I'm not really sure how this is gonna play, but to be perfectly honest, I don't care. At this point, I'm frustrated. It's been a very long day, and I need to get to talking football.
How you really feel? You said it's gonna be crazy with the.
I know. I put my hat on backwards and everything, bro.
Crazy.
So originally we were supposed to be doing this show on the Buffalo Fan Base Network, but the StreamYard, for some reason, it wasn't letting us get to our profile. So we had to improvise. And so here we are. So we apologize to everybody who usually watches us there and can't get a hold of us or however that's going to work. But at the end of the day, we're here. Right? So look, we have a treat for everybody today. We are going to do a live 7-round mock draft. And I mean, obviously it's Bill centric, but I haven't seen anybody do it live.
We're gonna do it live. We're gonna do it. It's interactive. We've seen people do it on the camera streams, but I'm showing you right now it's gonna be a lot of time like, yo, restart, but I'm not gonna restart. It is what it is.
And we'll do it like the Price is Right. You know what I'm saying? Like we'll get to a pick and 4, 5, 6, 7, 29. What? Right, exactly. Screw it. Give me 50, Bob. Give me 50. Yeah. All right. So look, I didn't get a chance to get to the introductions. Obviously, we're the home of All Truth, No Sodium Takes. I am your co-host, Aramis.
40 Keys.
Yeah, producer in the building, man.
Look, I don't even got the.
I need the people. There we go. Okay, Sunny Sun, what's happening with it? Billy D, we know we saw you earlier. What's happening with it?
Yes.
Order, y'all.
Yeah. I might have to go and check to see about that other session too, because
we international, y'all.
I know that might be holding us back too. If people are still waiting for that session here, let me go over to our channel and just make sure that other one is not there. Okay, it's not. So
7 waiting on there. It says 7 waiting. Does that matter?
7 waiting.
Yeah,
oh, yeah. Upcoming. No. Yeah. So let me cancel this one now. You
want me to go in there and tell people to come over, or is that this?
Yeah. If you can get in there, yeah. Just send them over. Just tell them we're in the other direction. They got
over here, guys.
Oh my
over
gosh.
here, but this.
I know. You know what? I might have to go in and just cancel it in StreamYard too. Okay. So while you do that, I wanted to bring up something that I thought was kind of. It's kind of frustrating the more I thought about it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the concept of the fear of trading up.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think I've kind of narrowed down the why and like the real origin of the fear, because I know for years when we were looking for a quarterback, everybody was like, screw it, do what you got to do, trade up, go get a guy, right? And then somehow we got into this mindset that it's just completely ridiculous to trade up. So, with that being said, I think what it really comes down to is, there we go. I'm going to delete that. Yep. Delete on YouTube. All right. Okay. So those are deleted. All right. So now everybody should be kicked out if they haven't been already. Okay. So What's going on, Mike? He said, "What's up, fellow Mafias? What's going on?"
One.
Yeah. So okay. So I think it comes down to this, and I call this the curse of Sammy Watkins. Right? When the Buffalo Bills went out and got Sammy Watkins, they traded up to the 4th overall pick, and then they selected Sammy Watkins. Now, who was our quarterback at the time? EJ Manuel, right? They thought they had a quarterback, and they watched him play. He had a few good games here and there, and then they decided, we're going to go out and get this guy a bona fide number 1 weapon. Okay? Now, there are 2 caveats to the Sammy Watkins pick that I think people miss when they really think about the context of that particular situation, right? What's going on, Senke? What's going on, No Bones? What I think gets missed is, first and foremost, Sammy Watkins, the way he was used in college is not the same as the way that we expected him to play here in the NFL, right? Most of his career at Clemson was exactly what the Bills are trying to do now. Catching a bunch of screens, a bunch of end arounds, those types of plays, a lot of stuff behind the line of scrimmage. And with his physicality, he could make things happen. Right. So you fast forward to what the Bills did with him. Well, we want you to be a number 1. We want you to do everything all the greats do. Well, that's not in his game. That's not, he wasn't asked to do that. And not that he can't, but the idea that the Bills were going to take a guy that, was used to being used a certain way for years in college and tell him, this is what you're going to do now in the NFL, and you're going to be great at it.
Right.
That was part of the problem. The second problem with that, and I mean, I hope you're not upset at me for saying this, but the second part of that is, you really thought EJ Manuel was going to elevate Sammy Watkins?
No, that was the opposite. They thought that Sammy was going to elevate EJ.
Well, I know that, but that argument was taken care of by the thought process of, you're asking Sammy Watkins to be something he wasn't in college, right? So that kind of eliminates that. You can't, as a team, you can't say that. Well, we expected Sammy to elevate him. Well, then you needed to run the same plays and stuff that he was used to in college for him to be that great. And so the EJ Manuel thing is like, you either don't know what you have in your quarterback, or you do, and this receiver saves him. Either way, none of that should have put a bad taste in people's mouths about the idea of trading up. Right? None of it. Because the trade itself and the player they got, the value fit. Nobody clowned the Bills for trading up to get Sammy Watkins. No, I mean, you hated the idea. I remember at the time.
I wasn't big on trading up. Yeah.
Right. But a lot of national pundits didn't have a problem with the pick because everybody thought he was the best receiver in the draft, right? So the Bills make a move like that, and it turned out poorly. And I think that was the genesis point. That was the origin point of, we don't trade up anymore, because this guy came in, he was injury prone, and for as athletic as he wasn't as productive on the field. Listen, a big part of that had to do with the quarterback play. A huge part of that had to do with the quarterback play. The other smaller portion had to do with the playbook that they were running. It had to do with the offense, right? So when you combine those two things, really the quarterback and the wide receiver were set up for failure. To be perfectly honest, I don't think they were put in the right position and they were put in the right situation to be what they could have been had they had the type of coach that was willing to put a system around them like Tua has that fits exactly what he does. Because Tua is the prime example of how EJ Manuel could have been good. Don't think the offense when I use that example. Think a head coach coming in, believing in a quarterback, and creating a system that makes that quarterback look excellent and put up excellent numbers.
Yeah, I was going to address some of these on Sammy Watkins. Watkins averaged 15 yards catch in college. Yeah, that's true. Most of it was screens. He was a catch short and go long kind of guy. He was a wrecking ball. Sammy was Michael said Sammy was very good before the injuries and surgeries. Well, yeah, he was good, but the thing was, when he got to the pros, he told you straight up, he drank a lot. He didn't have a commitment. He didn't care. Like, you know, and that's out of his mouth. So it wasn't the fact that he couldn't do it or he was misnomered out of college. It was the fact that he just didn't have the desire that a lot of guys that are successful in the league do. So, I mean, even though we had EJ, even though we had all these other things, it was more so that Sammy just didn't buy in. And then you figure it compounds with the fact that you got Kyle Orton, you got EJ Mails, and then after that, you just kind of got to check out. So, I mean, there's a pile up. There's a mass buildup of what we saw unfold on the field for Sammy Watkins.
Right. But the reason I'm bringing this up is I don't think that all of this needs to be the primary example in people's minds of why you don't trade up. Look, I've been on this train long before Jeremy White got on this train, because
Which train is that?
Huh?
Which train is that?
The train of trade up and go get the guy you need, as opposed to trying to play this game of best player available. Best player available for the Bills has added up to what in the first and second round, right? So for my dollar, for my asset, my draft pick, if you identify a guy that you know has been a playmaker in college and is widely regarded as a playmaker, then you go and you get that guy. But before you get that guy, you make sure that when that guy comes in, he's going to be in a system that allows him and his skill set to flourish. Never mind, like the stuff Sammy Watkins was talking about is the stuff you get into when you don't have the kind of success that you want to have. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when you're losing all the time, of course you're going to be more into, drinking and you know what I'm saying? Because you're dealing with the things that you're going through at the workplace. You need to wind down. You need to, let loose and get away. Right. That's really like, that's what the body language of everything that he said he was getting into says. Right. So let me be clear. Trading up is not the enemy. The enemy is making sure that you're prepared for whoever you trade up for. And to the experience of every Buffalo Bills fan, what we've seen is more a result of not being prepared for the guy that we traded up for, as opposed to the trade up being a bad idea. Because again, nationally, it was a very well received move from the Buffalo Bills. It was applauded. So this idea that you give up more value than you really need to move up and get a top tier guy, in the grand scheme of things. Okay, let me ask you this question. Last year in the AFC Championship game, could the Bills have benefited from having a guy like a Brian Thomas Jr. or the guy on the Giants,
or the guy they played,
Malik Neighbors,
or the guy they played,
or Xavier Worthy? Could they have benefited from having a guy like that to go up and catch that ball, or to get open and be available for Josh to throw that bomb down the field when he got blitzed, as opposed to trying to throw it to a Dalton Kincaid that's scrambling over the middle?
In theory,
right? To me, the theoretic approach to it, it's more viable. It's more of a logical approach to put a guy out there who can win one-on-one and has shown in college and in the pros that he can do it, and have a guy like that outside where there's less defenders.
How about could I see spin, which is true. Everybody's assuming we could have BTJ, but there was a team that was reasonably going to trade back for the Bills. Yeah, but then you look at who else was there. Ladd McConkey. Leggett, who I wasn't really a fan of. Adonai Mitchell. Xavier Worthy. Those are all guys that were very much in play at 30 where we were drafting. So, BTJ, okay, that might have been a pipe dream. We might have to give it too much, but let's not act like Keon Coleman was the only one left. Yeah. There were guys there that we could have moved on.
Yeah. No, Silas, you're right. We were prepared for Josh, and that was going to be the example that I was going to use in making this same point, because that's an example of it working out. Like, that's That is the best move in Buffalo Bills history, is trading up for a player, right? So again, somebody explain to me how those two trades that led up to getting Josh Allen wasn't worth it.
Man, for me, I get it, and I'm not going to oppose it. I think for me, why I don't like trading up is just because I don't trust them enough, and their whole
the Bills,
yeah,
their
whole deal is sum of parts.
Yeah.
So if I'm giving everything up, I'm getting rid of all my parts to get some of this thing, and then we get a Sammy Watkins, not because he doesn't care, but because they use him like a Khalil Shakir, right, or a everybody eats situation.
Right.
The system is not built to have that one star, as they've told us numerous times.
Yep.
And we know we should have them. We should have found them eons ago.
Right.
Somebody here said Kyrie Elam was a bad example. You're right, but we can go down a list. Laporta was drafted after Dalton Kincaid in the second round.
Yeah.
So which one is better? Who knows? Laporta is more the blocking, more of the, he's an everything tight end, whereas we got this guy who's a pass catcher who we're not even using him properly.
Yeah.
So, the semantics. So, it doesn't matter who was sitting where. It's a matter of what are you going to use? Who are you going to get and use them? Because other teams are going to get these guys, and we're all going to sit and say, why didn't we get that guy? But had he came to Buffalo, that guy wouldn't be doing jack.
Right.
As we've seen numerous times, they leave here and then they get good. They don't leave here and get good. They leave here and play in the system that they're supposed to be playing in, right, where the Bills don't identify, i.e. Kyrie Elam. That's a perfect example of that. Wasted 4 years of his career in a zone scheme when the one thing this man can't do is play zone. And when our zone is soft, which is what we play, we don't play attack zone. We play a soft zone. Yep. He's a press corner. So that's 0 for 2.
Yeah.
But let's poop on Kyrie Elam. He's trash. Whatever. That's the narrative, and that's the narrative of everybody that leaves here. I had something I was going to mention that piggybacks off that, but I want you to go on with your point though.
Okay. So that's basically my what I wanted to be clear on as far as and to your point, I agree. I think this regime of the Buffalo Bills probably would trade up and not take Sammy Watkins. They probably take, Keon Coleman. Yep. Yep. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to Keon, but nobody's valuing him that high. But the Bills would, I think, if they were to try and trade up for a player, they might trade up to, like, if they did trade up this year, they might trade up and take Landon Jackson. Like that's your fear. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I get it.
It sank in later on. Oh,
right. But again, like, I guess where I'm really trying to get to in the heart of this particular message that I'm trying to get to is, I think we as a fan base, if we can get to the point where we're holding the team accountable, these are some of the things that we can force improvement on. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like Philly, they were talking about it this morning. Philly under Howie Roseman has made the Super Bowl 3 out of the last, I think it's 3 out of the last 6 years.
That makes sense. Yep.
3 out of the last 6 years. Right? They lost to the Chiefs. They won with Doug Peterson against the Patriots, and then they won against the Chiefs last year. That's 3 times in 6 years. It might be a little more than 6 years, so don't quote me on the 6 years thing. But my point is, he's been to 3 Super Bowls within the last 10 years. Period. That's the most behind the Chiefs. And this is a guy that completely like every rule that you think exists about trading up or paying players a bunch of money or going out and getting diva receivers or going out and paying a running back a lot of money. Like, he's blowing all of these, MOs, these team MOs, or these league-wide cliche thought processes out of the water, and they're winning with it. So, this idea that we have to stick to this, guidebook of what an NFL team should do. Well, you don't trade up because it's just not, you're never going to get the value, or you don't give a running back a lot of money because the position is just not where Saquon got $20 million, bro.
I know. And that's the old logic that people have, and that kind of was where I was going because now we're talking about Saquons and Henrys and all these guys that are better than Cook. And I was looking on X before I came in, and it was a funny question I was asked. I'm not going to say any names or anything like that, but the question was asked: is James Cook a top 5 all-time Bills running back? Tommy, if you're in here, I even say no. He's only been here 2 years, so of course not. All time, OJ's, Cookie Gilchrist. No, we're not doing Joe Cribs and stuff like that. But the thing is, the response is in here. Let me see if I can find some. Somebody said maybe bottom part of the top 10: Thurman, OJ, Cookie, Bill, Freddie, Shady, Henry, Willis, McGahee. Somebody said CJ Spiller. I mean, what are we doing? What CJ Spiller? Willis McGahee? What are we doing here? I mean,
I don't get it, bro.
I mean, it's 2 years, and you're talking about, he's got to be a better.
Spin said Lynch.
Somebody just said Lynch. I mean, I can go with that. They said Freddie's over him because this man is the culture. I mean, that's about the culture. That's about, is he a better running back?
Right.
See, that's how this gets muddy when we're talking about losing somebody. Forget all the good stuff. Somebody said, we have to have him for 4 years in order to figure that out. Somebody will say, we'll look at it after 5 years if he's still here. Those are all okay. Yeah, those are all in there. But the thing is, all time, no, he's not, because he's only been here for 2, and that's subjective. That's Mr. Oh man, I just realized I'm wearing a Buffalo Braves jersey. My Nuggets are playing the Lakers. I mean, the Clippers. They're playing the Clippers. Judy,
is this game 1?
2.
Did they win?
We won the first one.
Okay, all right.
Judy, you didn't. The one day.
That's your fault, bro. That's your fault.
I would take this off, but I don't want people to be like, yo, AJ Brown who? DK Metcalf who?
Oh, snap.
This man is built out of.
I don't want to be blinded, bro.
I'm trying to.
The Adonis cannot come out here.
You can't. I'm gonna let it ride.
Okay,
let it ride. Give me some tape.
I'm just getting into my workout journey. I don't need no embarrassment right now.
But the thing is, like people are naming, Lynch. Okay, we got it. Joe Cribs. Yep. Cookie Gilchrist. OJ Simpson. Yeah. But the point is it's a loaded question. It's a loaded question in a way to incite a reaction, and the reaction was achieved. Because we know this is probably the last time we're gonna. Zach Moss, spin, get out of here. I was cool with you till you did that.
Keep going, Spin. It's about time we had a key rant.
And I like Zach Moss, and that wasn't it. But yeah, I mean, I think it was.
Man, you said that was Singletary. He'll be all right.
No, Singletary is not better than him.
You're not gonna flip over that.
No, I'm not gonna flip because I know the truth.
I need keys. I need to find a way to trigger keys somehow.
It's not gonna happen.
Oh, it will. Trust me, it will. I am known for trolls, so don't worry.
He is the biggest troll.
No, somebody, I think Steve asked the question up higher. He asked which. Keep going. Right there. Steve Lynn, which was the worst draft? Ed Oliver draft or last year? Ed Oliver draft. Ed Oliver draft was worse than last year.
Who was the Ed Oliver? Well, that probably answers it right.
It's Cody Ford. It's Devin Singletary's in it. He's not why I say it's bad. But after Dawson Knox, Voshon, Joseph Jaquan Johnson, Daryl Johnson, Tommy Sweeney, Cody Ford, Ed Oliver. That's the draft. That's the winner. That's the winner. That's the winner. Only 2 of the players still on the team. One's a backup. One, we're still trying to find somebody to make him earn his $16 million a season with the one tech we're talking about. As opposed to last year, Keon Coleman, fine. Cole Bishop should be fine. Dwayne Carter, hopefully. Ray Davis, fine. Cedric Van Pran Granger, fine. Ulafaccio, he should be good in the roles that they outlined for him. Javon Solomon, he should be good. If he gets playing time, he's gonna be fine. Tylen Grable, yes. Daquan Hardy should have seen some field time. Travis Clayton, who knows? We'll see. I mean, that one, I still think they're miscasting him on the offensive side when he should play defense, but whatever. Who am I? I'm just a man. I'm just a man.
Sal says Bean is a poker player, reads the board and plays accordingly, still has his job. Josh Allen was his royal flush. That's why.
I'm going to oppose that and say that's not. You got Kevin Adams over here who said, we should have been in the playoffs, but we're not. I'm disappointed. Dude, you weren't even close to the playoffs. You remember the COVID year when they like put everybody in the playoffs? The Sabres still didn't qualify. And you still got a job.
Yeah.
Paguli sleeping at the wheel again.
Yeah. Did you hear that Kevin Adams is supposed to be moving up? He's supposed to have a different position that takes him out of the GM role?
I bet he is. This is like the movie Ted.
Oh my god.
This is like Ted. Jonathan Linton? Okay, Roy. Okay. Jonathan Linton. He mentioned Jonathan Linton.
What's wrong with that, Keith?
One, he was borderline a fullback.
Taking it back.
Two, Jonathan Linton.
Mm-hmm.
He was what was he behind Derek Holmes or something like that? Yeah. You know what's funny? You know what I did last night? For the first time, I watched the Super Bowl 25, the Bills-Giants one.
Oh, really?
First time I watched it. And I comprehended, man, I tell you, I don't know, man. Andre Reed got the first 7 passes of the game, then dropped the next 3, ended up with like 2 more catches. Thurman Thomas had a good game. You know, it was just, the offensive line was good. Our defense, they couldn't stop a nosebleed as the game went on. Yeah, wow. They couldn't stop a nosebleed. And what they did was the Giants had the ball like twice as long as the Bills because the Bills ran the K gun and it was just a terrible thing. So I enjoyed that. I stayed up all night with that. But yeah, Sven, you say he's single trade for Tommy. That's fine. We know it's false, but whatever.
That's my favorite comment of the night. We should change the Bills theme song from shout to the lowered expectation.
Oh man.
That's the joint, bro. Yo, that skit was hilarious. I don't. Do they even still do that anymore? They used to do that.
Wasn't that Mad TV? I think it was Mad TV. Is that even
lowered expectation?
Yeah.
Oh, it might be Mad TV.
Yeah, it's Mad TV. Because I never watched SNL and I remember that skit. That was Mad TV.
You never watched SNL?
I couldn't. I mean, my uncle used to watch it, and I never thought it was funny at all.
Yeah. They do some weird stuff sometimes. All right. So here's the other thing I wanted to bring up, and then we can get to a few more things that we heard. Just so you know, the updated list came out this morning of players that are going to be in the green room. Tyler Booker, Jihad Campbell, Will Campbell, Abdul Carter, Matthew Golden, Mason Graham, Maxwell Hairston. That's actually kind of surprising because he's getting a 2nd round grade, isn't he?
Harrison, he might creep into the first. He ran a 4.28. Now you're about to, the Raiders still got a pick.
Yeah, I got a feeling he might be one of those guys sitting there coming back tomorrow.
Steve said, "My bad, Unc. You right? Mad TV."
Travis Hunter's going to be there. Ashton Jeanty, Will Johnson's going to be there. Ted McMillan, Jalen Milroe.
Jalen Milroe?
Yeah.
Jalen Milroe's invited?
Jalen Milroe's invited, bro. He's going to be there.
Why?
Because somebody's going to value Jackson Dart and Jalen Milroe ahead of Shedeur Sanders, and they will pick him. I
get Jackson Dart. I do get Jackson Dart.
Okay.
Jalen Milroe is like Lamar Jackson if he can't throw. Jalen Milroe is super fast, super shifty, but he's not really a passer.
Yeah, but the Ravens showed you how to use a quarterback like that when they were trying to force Lamar Jackson to be that his first few years in Baltimore.
He can't pass. Wait, where'd that come from?
Right.
He did in college. I don't know.
Now, hey, let him throw now. I guess he's good at it. He's been good at it. Right. But that's what they probably end up doing with Milroe.
Man. No, yeah. No, I see Jackson Dart going to Pittsburgh. I think he's going to go to Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I
honestly think if Shedeur Sanders is going to go in the first round, it would probably be Pittsburgh too. Like Pittsburgh is just one of those teams like they don't really chase a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Like, or they haven't. You know what I mean? Because I mean the fact that they drafted the kid out of what was it, Penn State?
Which one? Who's you?
The kid they drafted a couple of years ago. What's his name? Oh, I'm sorry. He played for Pitt, didn't he?
What team are we talking about? I was reading the comment. No, what team are you talking about? Who drafted?
The Steelers.
From Pitt?
The quarterback they drafted from.
Oh, yeah. The guy they traded. What was his name? Oh, God.
No, not Mason Rudolph.
No, the
Pickens.
quarterback.
No,
Pickens, the quarterback.
Pickett.
Yep, Pickett.
Yep, thank you, Silas. New Orleans definitely drafting a QB. Based on what I'm hearing, no. well, I'll say it like this: 9th overall, they won't. They most certainly will in the second round. But they have actually been trying to. They've been in talks with Atlanta over getting Kirk Cousins, but Atlanta's not budgeting on the money, so that's probably not going to happen either. But they need to figure something out because Derek Carr is not going to be playing for them anytime soon, and it's it's going to be a very bad situation there. But
yeah, I still say Tyler suggests Milroe, and I still say Milroe in the first round. I don't see it unless Cleveland trades back into the first round. So Cleveland goes Abdul Carter, and then they trade back in. They trade back in to that first round.
What you want them to trade up to 30?
I mean, say he's taking that draft pick 30. We're just gonna say.
Oh my God.
We're just gonna say he was taking that pick 30, but he doesn't come to Orchard Park. That's all. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna put it down and walk away. Put that down and walk away. That's what I'm gonna do.
If Jalen, if a team, it don't even have to be the Browns. If a team trades up to 30 and takes Jalen Milroe and he ends up being a stud,
oh come on,
I'm gonna be pissed. Not because I want the Bills to take him, but because this is yet again another team that has gotten a stud off the Buffalo Bills trading with him.
Okay, so what if he did this? What if we traded to 30 and they took Milroe? Milroe was better than average starter.
Okay,
we end up with Tyleik Williams at D tackle. That solves that. And on top of that, now you got 2 more second round draft picks in which you take cornerback of your choice, Troy Amos, we'll say. And then you double down with that, and then you get Xavier Watts or somebody like that. So now you got your 3 guys on the spine of our defense for Jalen Milroe.
No.
You still be pissed off.
I would still be pissed off.
That's because you just want to be pissed off.
No, it's not. And here's why. The same reason you don't like trading up, it's the same reason I don't like trading back.
Well, one of us is going to be mad then.
Yeah. One of us is going to be very upset unless the Bills pick at 30. That's the only way you and I will not be pissed off.
I might be mad.
You might be mad if they pick at 30?
I might be mad.
Why?
It depends on who's there. It depends on who's there. It really does.
Okay. Who could they possibly pick at 30 that would piss you off? Besides, so there's this is kind of bringing me to the other thing I want to get to. So there's this rumor now that they like this linebacker from UCLA.
I like him too. Not at 30 though. He's a 3rd round draft pick.
He's a third round draft pick?
He's a 3rd round grade.
Okay.
We're talking about Carson Schleisinger. That's what we're talking about, guys. Just people at home.
Yep. So you would be upset if the Bills picked him at 30?
At 30?
Yeah.
Absolutely. A 4 round and a half early? Yes. Yes, I would. Yes. He's like not even watching TV yet because he's like, I'm not going till Saturday, so I'm good. No. And then next thing you know, he's getting called to the podium and he's nowhere to be found.
You thought you had a day off, man. You come on in.
He's nowhere to be found. Yeah, I mean, Steve, when you look at Tyleik Williams, it's all what you're making. When I see Tyleik, which team are you talking about? You talking about Sawyer, which I agree with. Are you talking about Simon? Now, for me, Tyleik Williams is not a bust because I don't expect him to do anything but lean on people. Pass rush, we know he can't do that. He's really not that athletic, even though they say he is. But I think he can lean on some people at 330 pounds. I think he can make a difference and kind of clean up some gaps, minimize the gaps that are available to running backs as they run against our defense. That's what I would want him to do. Free up Ed Oliver. See, whoever I'm getting at that one spot, that one tech he's going to be graded on how Ed Oliver, Rousseau, and Person X do. That's how I look at it. And I'm not really looking at his numbers. So that's why I got like your Jordan Phillips, who had like 17 tackles his whole college career. Perfect.
Yeah.
Because what he does is free up for everybody else.
Yeah. Yeah. But as we figured out Friday, I mean, I think the Bills are going to probably go for one of those bigger, more athletic pass rushing type of defensive tackles. I think they want the traits in a defensive tackle, but it's still going to be more of a pass rushing guy.
That's why my guy, CJ West, that's the one I want.
CJ West out of
Indiana.
Okay.
That's the one I want. I mean, it gets no better. Compact, violent. I mean, pass
What's his
rush.
size? What is he?
I think he's like 6.
Tell us about him.
3'6", yeah, about 6'3", 320.
Okay.
And I mean, he's a run seeking, a heat seeking run missile. He's gonna get to the running back. He's hard to block. He's strong at the point of attack. He anchors well in run defense. and I think that he's definitely a natural one tech. But I think definitely you're looking at, like I said again, Ed Oliver's, Rousseau's, Epinesa, whoever, Solomon's. These are guys that are going to be benefiting from the plant that is CJ West is under 300 pounds. But yeah,
let's see what Google has to say about this. CJ West. CJ West. How heavy are you?
Wait, hold on. Why
What?
You saying, no, it's not a pause. I'm just questioning why are you saying like that?
How heavy are you?
Why
Oh, I mean, I guess it sounds bad when you say it like that.
he's 6'1", 316.
Yeah.
I don't know. You might be thinking about TJ Sanders, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, TJ Sanders is under 300.
Yeah, and that's somebody that everybody talks about. Yeah, CJ West is definitely close to 320. If you're looking at a guy who is going to be drafted later, he's probably going to be overdrafted because there's going to be a run on D tackles. I think you could have him in the fourth round, third round at the earliest. Tom, what's up, brother?
Oh, snap. So topic of discussion right now, we're talking about trade ups, trade downs, which we would like more, which makes more sense. Also talking about the most likely position drafted at 30, and I think well, first and foremost, I need to address something real quick. Roy writing in Luther Burden. It is one of the heaviest pet peeves right now is people saying Luther Burden.
Because his name is Luther?
No, because his name is Luther Burton.
You sure?
I mean,
I thought it was Burden.
You sure about that?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'll look it up.
Burden, like somebody's a burden on you.
Yeah.
Like I hear people say Burton.
Nope, Burden. Luther Burden III.
And there's no Burton. Bro, hold on. No.
Burton. Let's see. You have Jermaine Burton. That's the one that's in Cincinnati. Why you look that up? Why you satisfy that?
No, don't segue while I'm trying to prove
I'm going to talk about
somebody.
Luther Burton. I'm going to talk about him because I don't know if you guys saw it, but there is actually footage. Steve, I know you're on top of it, so I know you saw it earlier. There is footage of a cut up of Burton in his pro days running routes, and it's bad.
Just
It's really bad.
for a second. That
What's up?
is that supposed to do that?
Is what's supposed to do what?
My camera just cut out. I had to.
Oh, your camera's going.
Your camera cut out?
Yeah, but I had to unplug in and replug in the thing, the one that Damaris was talking about earlier.
Uh-huh.
I had to replug it in because it just cut out on me. But I'm good now.
Okay.
Yeah, your face is not there, but we can still hear you.
Yeah. To answer your question, Spin, would I be mad if we end up with cornerback Amos, DT Collins, or DT Lott? Or Royals with our first 3 picks. So you're saying
was for you.
So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So which of these 5
it's
are you
ors.
saying?
So it's Amos, then either Collins or Lott, which are the 2 DTs, and then the third pick be either Watts or Royals.
Yes, because I don't want Amos here.
You don't want Amos.
Why not? Because he can't. He's not a man cover corner. He's mostly zone, and I get that fits what we do.
You don't want to do that no more.
Huh?
You don't want to do that no more.
I don't want to just be that anymore. If we're gonna get a guy that high at 30, I want Ravel. To me, that's I want the size. I want the speed. If I couldn't get Ravel, then I would just if I couldn't get Ravel, then I would wait until the second round and I would take who's the kid out of Iowa State.
Porter. Darian Porter.
Yeah, Darian Porter. Yeah, I would take Darian Porter in the second round. If I couldn't get him, then I would get Fortune in the
O'Donnell Fortune.
Yeah, I would get fifth. Yeah, I would get O'Donnell Fortune later on then. Because,
I'm sorry. Go.
Yeah, just because of what the Bills have shown that they can do with corners.
What I like about this premise, with regards to Trey White, with regards to Dane Jackson, with those guys there, I am 100% of the mind of one of three guys being a Bill. I wasn't high on Benjamin Morrison. Now I want him. If I can't get Ravel.
Yeah, but his hip issue is deteriorating.
But if I can't get Ravel and I can't get Darian Porter, I'll mortgage the firm on this one. Obviously, he has a checkout. If he has been, because you figure they're talking about now, your guy has a red flag. Will Johnson. So
what's the red flag?
His knee cartilage. Something wrong with his cartilage in his knee. Doctors are worried about that. You can't talk about it. Just we uninformed.
Who's uninformed?
We are. You gonna blow your cover.
It ain't got nothing to do with cover, bro.
But yeah, no.
I can still know what's going on with the dude.
Yeah, I just don't want you to get into it to the place where you have to talk a lot about him. But yeah,
no, I can tell you right now, there's no knee, nothing. None of that.
I mean, it's if you told me I could come out with this, a haul like this, I'll tell you what. That second one, I can't lose. I can't lose out of those two.
No, for me, Collins is the better win because he's got the size and he's got the moves. Lott, I don't want two guys that are similar size next to each other playing in the middle of the line.
If I got Lott in the second round, I'm gonna go get CJ West in the fourth round. So I'm still gonna go get my rotation fortified, and Dwayne Carter's gonna fight for his life.
But again, West is 6'1". Like I need guys with length.
He's a nose tackle. Yeah, it's boss.
I had to get myself on that one.
Yeah, you did. You had to check yourself. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. No, you know when it comes to Lott, when I see, I mean, obviously he's going to be a try hard in the run defense because he's not going to give you much there. But when I see the pass rush with this guy, and then I notice the draft where I can go ahead and get one of those guys in the back end because I'm going to double dip. I'm going to go get Phillips. I'm going to go get. I don't want Biggers. I don't. I'm gonna go get CJ West. But see, the thing is, when you look at Alfred Collins, that was definitely my go-to, and Lott was somebody I didn't study for a long time. Then when I put the tape in, I saw this. I was like, that's poor Aaron Donald. That's a poor man's Aaron Donald. And I'm like,
but I don't want to chase that anymore, bro.
I'm not chasing it, but it is what it is. This is not Ed Oliver version of Aaron Donald. Like, this is without even saying it. Like, I can see the slippery, the traits that we don't have in defensive tackle room right now. So
yeah, but essentially what you're doing is you're taking Aaron Donald, you're taking
poor man's
Aaron Donald, and you're putting him next to an even poorer man's Aaron Donald and Ed Oliver.
No, I wouldn't put him. He wouldn't be next to him. Well, for the most part, it would be.
Well, now I'm even more concerned about. Really?
Yeah, it'd be a rotational candidate. Like I said before, I would trade Ed Oliver for Norman Lott. I would.
Wow.
And that's the kind of player I think he is. But when I did my mocks had Alfred Collins in them. All my mocks were Alfred Collins or later. I've never done a mock where I had Norman Lott. I just couldn't push the button. But I do really, really, really like that guy. And I'm scared of that guy. He's going to be the kind of guy that goes to like Miami or something like that. We have to watch him twice a year.
So Spin, yeah, because Spin is saying replace Ravel with Amos. Then I would do Watts, Xavier Watts, right? That's the kid out of Ohio State.
Notre Dame, safety out of Notre Dame.
Ball
hawk.
Yes, I would be happy with those as my first three picks. If I could have Ravel, Collins, and Watts, I'd be ecstatic. 100%.
I would be too. Now this is what's getting my fancy going. Let's see. Junior's trained you guys to pause yourself. Nah, I don't pause myself. He did. This is a well job AO producer. Nope.
I didn't train him well. It's just
you right. You ain't trained Jack.
No. Kid, don't do that, man.
Too used to being conditioned.
Right. But no, yeah, I would sign up for that any day. I think what would really have me out of a window was if Malachi Starks was there at 30. That's where I'm like, I do not trade back, and they would at that point. If he was there at 30, that's when they're going to trade back, and I'm going to go ballistic.
Yeah, but Starks is not the ball hawk that Watts is.
Starks is the ball hawk. He just doesn't have the interceptions that he's more.
Wait,
of a
am I thinking about the right guy? What school is he in?
Georgia. Now, Starks.
No, I was thinking about the Texas guy. I'm sorry.
Oh, Makuba.
Yeah.
You can give him Makuba in like the 4th round. I'll take him. But no, Malachi Starks is. He said, "Boo,
boo me for what? Boo me for what? Go ahead and boo me yourself. Make somebody else do it." What's going on, Susan?
Susan,
Wait, hold on,
dang. Okay, I'm. Oh,
Boo
wow.
you for what?
Huh?
Boo you for what?
Boo
No.
me. What's going on, Billy D?
I think it's because he didn't know where Malachi Starks was from.
Yeah. Oh, listen. Okay. All right. Thank you, Susan, for bringing this up. I just read the rest of your comment here. She said, "No Z-Bot, just real football talk. Free Frank and Jimmy." Look, Z-Bot says something, and I don't care if anybody goes back and tells him this. I actually was like literally this close to putting a reaction video out when they were talking about.
This is a video I sent you.
Yes,
I was
when they were talking about the Trey White thing.
Yeah,
and they started to get onto this idea that Trey White is just coming back to be that Micah Hyde type of role, that coach in the locker room. Dude,
I couldn't believe it.
There's nobody on the roster right now that's better than Trey White. They're going to have to draft somebody to come in and be better than Trey White. So if that's the case, you play Trey White.
Yeah, I mean that he's your CB2, and that's
Right.
that's kind of what Rico was getting to. He's like, bro, what are you saying?
Like, who else is going to play? Well, Dane Jackson's pretty good. Dane Jackson
not gonna
can't
play
hold
over
a
Trey.
bucket of water.
Yeah, he's not gonna play over Trey. The only person that you could say you're not gonna like this, the only person you could say could contend is Christian Benford. Outside of that,
Right.
there isn't one.
Right.
There isn't anybody.
At this point in their careers, Christian Benford is a better corner than Trey White.
Yeah.
I'll give him that.
That's
right.
it. Yeah.
But again, that's it. So here's the difference. Here's the primary difference though between Trey White and Micah Hyde that is not opinionated. This is straight factual information. Micah Hyde could not play football anymore.
Right.
He had an injury that took him one hit away from not being able to walk anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why you didn't see him in a jersey,
Mm-hmm.
right? Never mind any of the other noise about opinions and why he didn't suit up or why he didn't play. None of that mattered.
Mm-hmm.
They thought they were going to a Super Bowl and they wanted him in the locker room for these young safeties. So they brought him in and they had him coach from a player's position, right?
Mm-hmm.
Trey White is still a player in the NFL.
He's 30.
Right.
That's the thing people you gotta understand. He's 30. He's not 35. He's not 30. He's not just trying to latch on. He's trying to get another contract after this. This is his rehab year, so he can go get a contract. And if it is in Buffalo, I don't want it to be here. What I'm saying is he's trying to get a longer deal. You know, he's coming in to get that one last 2-3 year deal. So he's going to be here a year. That's $6.8 million. That tells you right there. I'm not here to help you guys out. I'm here to do a job.
Right.
And that's what he's here for. Of course, he didn't hit him over the head for the 12 or the 13 million at whatever. He's not going to get that, but he obviously didn't try. Bean said they had this in the works at the coaches summit. They already knew this was going to happen. So I don't even know what Bradbury was all about. Maybe they said, let's try this one more time with him, but we know we got Trey just in case. So I don't know. But when like you said, when you say, and I think Rico was saying, so that changes your draft philosophy. Now you're not going to draft a cornerback because you got, it's like, yeah, I'm still going to. Now I'm going to take one of these guys. I can say might not be ready just yet, Ravel, but in a year's time, you're a starter.
Exactly.
And that's where I am with the safeties as well, with Kevin Winston. Now, if you got all these guys with Forrest, you got Rap for one more year. I think it's one more year after this.
Yes.
And then Kevin Winston coming off of an ACL.
Yeah.
You were a first round draft pick. Let's stash you. You're not going on the practice squad, but we're going to stash you, play some, whatever it is to get yourself acclimated.
Exactly.
And that's why I like that kind of move, because it gives you the opportunity. Whereas if you said Dane Jackson, I don't want Dane Jackson starting over anybody.
Right.
I don't want him starting over anybody.
I'd rather see if Cam Lewis can play outside than
Yes.
or Jamarcus Ingram.
Jamarcus,
One of those guys,
yeah.
Like go play outside. Let's see if you can handle it.
Daquan Hardy,
Sink or
you
swim.
up. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
I think that's
Have
the
they
big
said
difference.
anything about bringing him back? Is he back or
He's on the team. He's a futures contract.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. So he'll be at training camp and he'll show out again, and I think he'll get a roster spot this
I
time.
hope so.
He won't be a kick. Well, maybe he will be a kick returner. Is
Yeah.
Codrington still on the team? Did they re-sign him? Give him another contract?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I mean Spence says Spence says I will boo Aramis. Boo
For nothing, but I will.
Yeah, you'll do it for free. I wonder what else you'll do for free, Spence.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Let's not do that. Let's pause on that
All
one.
right. I might have earned that one.
I earned that one. Paul.
Yeah, I might Oh my gosh. Steve says Bills need to be Bills. Draft a better CB, not hard, and screw Trey out of all the bonus money and just provide solid insurance. Yeah. Look, that is the ideal situation for a corner coming in. And again, this is why I put the positive spin on the Trey White signing that I did, because from a front office standpoint, if we draft a guy and he comes in and beats out Trey White, we look like gold. We look like we knew exactly what we were doing, and we knew Trey White was going to be an insurance policy. If that corner comes in and he doesn't take over the job, well, guess what? We still look good because Trey White's still a pretty good corner. And Trey White at this point in his career is no better. Well, not no better, but he's no worse than Levi Wallace, who was an undrafted free agent. You know what I'm saying? He's no better than Rasul Douglas. He's no better. Like all these just guys that they've put at CB2. Why not Trey White at this point if you can't find somebody better? I'm gonna
hold strong to the point that I made a show or two ago where I said, why is it that we have these guys entrenched? Christian Benford, why is it that he's the number one? When you want somebody better?
Yes.
I mean, not saying he's bad, but if you have a shot to get somebody better, I'm not gonna say, well, let's not do that because we already have him. No, I don't want to do that because you need two of them anyway.
Yeah.
You know, two safeties. You need two of them. Why is it? Oh, we got Rapp and we got Hamlin and we're good. No, you're not good. You're not good because you got a guy who didn't play last year because he was hurt. You got a guy who played last year and people wanted him out of here. You got a guy who I wasn't a fan of in Taylor Rapp. So it's like, okay, start over again. Get me some more people. I mean, Bishop, he can stay because he was drafted last year. To Steve's point, it's not hard to draft a cornerback, and it doesn't have to be. And see, that's the thing about this year. For me, I'm having a hard time trying to figure out who and what do I need at 30. What is my hard stance at 30? You know, because everybody that I like the most is later in the draft. Everybody I really like, CJ West. I talked about him all the time. Al Collins, we talk about him. He's a second-round draft pick. You know, I don't like Tyleek, so I just mentioned him because that's the going rate for probably the second-ish tier D tackles, depending on what you want. Big body, but you know when you got wide receivers,
he might be too high profile anyway.
Yeah, he might be. But you know, you figure you're talking about wide receivers. We got Keon. You're naming people. Which one of them went over 1,000 yards last year?
Right.
Which one was an all-pro? None of them. So let's try to do better. Right. While you still can. I don't want to place hold anymore because, like Kevin Hart said, that's small town thing. You know, we don't want to let this guy go. We don't want to lose this person. You can love this person. I'm not saying they're not good, but why not try to increase upon what you have at that position? It's called iron sharpens iron. That's what they preach, right? Iron sharpens iron. So if Christian Benford is your number one, let him prove it. If not Josh Allen, obviously, but if James Cook is your number one, let him prove it. If you know this is the way you need to go out into the practice squad, the practice field.
Yeah. I wanted to address this question when he came in with it, but my guy Tabone is late. Until somebody else comes in with a name like that, he's the only one getting that kind of introduction. What's going on, bro? He says, how do y'all feel about the mock drafts having the Bills pick Nick Emmanwori at 30 overall? How do you feel, bro? How would you feel if we got him at 30? I'll let you go first.
Emmanwori at 30? No.
No. Really?
He's not one of my,
You don't think he could come in and do better than a Cole Bishop?
Maybe. I mean, the thing is,
isn't that the point of all this?
Well, no, the thing about it is it's almost linear because what I see out of Emmanwori, he's big, he's fast, but when you look at him on the field, it just doesn't translate. He's slow to react. You know, he's not the most physical. He's not a ball hawk like you might want if you have a Cole Bishop.
Yeah.
So he is a good safety. But like for what I need, what I want, that rangy guy, he reminds me of the guy you liked last year with a lot more speed, James Williams.
Okay. What if he turned out to be Cam Chancellor? Cam Chancellor wasn't a ball hawk, but he was a hitter. He was big as a safety. I think he was another 6'3" safety who 6'3", he's probably 215, 220, somewhere around there. He was running around at part of that Legion of Boom. He was a very impactful safety next to Earl Thomas.
Yeah. I mean, I get it, but like for me, Xavier Watts and And Malachi Starks and even Andrew McCouver, guys I really like over Eamon Worry. So for that reason, I don't. If you're going to trade back and get him,
okay, wait,
okay.
This ain't Shark Tank. So for that reason, I'm out.
For that reason, I'm out.
No, so
yeah.
the scenario is we pick him at 30. Forget all the who we could have had, right? Because that's going to be the immediate reaction, regardless of whoever we pick at 30 or whatever, any player we pick. You and I are gonna think about who we could have had, right? So let's take that off the table right now. Let's say Nick Emmanwori comes in and we watch him play, and he is Cam Chancellor. Are you happy with that pick at that point?
After the fact, yeah. But I mean, if you're talking about draft day, no, I don't want him at 30. So if we're revisiting his history, so if I see him playing like, oh yeah, okay, he is Cam Chancellor, I have to know that after he's on the team. At that point, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm glad we got him. But
do you think he'll be there late in the second? Where we
late? No, he'll be. No, he'll probably be going in the 40s.
I think it's 56 and 62 or something.
Yeah, I think he'll be going in the 40s.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, Bills would definitely have to trade back.
Mm-hmm.
All right. There was another one I wanted to get to in here. Let me see. Steve says, what's going on, Steve? Says several of the top-notch CBs in the draft are coming in with existing injuries. White is an experienced bridge until one of those guys are ready to go.
Yep.
That was the other benefit that I stressed with the Trey White signing, is that you got a guy who knows how to come back from two of those injuries, right? He's done it twice on both legs. So, having a guy in the locker room like that has been a number one corner, has dealt with coming back from multiple ACL injuries, that's invaluable information for a young rookie to have coming in. To have a guy there with him every day in and day out, just going through the little nuances of recovery, the little nuances of trusting your body again, and getting back on the field and believing that you are back to 100%. Because we both know Trey White's first run through ACL injury, it took him some real time to believe that he can get back out there and do it again. So I think that would be very, very valuable for a rookie coming in to have that kind of encouragement behind him.
And to Laura's question before I lose it. We're gonna do our own thing, especially Thursday. We're gonna try something out. So hopefully everybody here shows up. You're
not going on Rico
on Thursday?
No.
I don't
Thursday
know.
is gonna be just us. But
yeah,
Friday,
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll see how Thursday
maybe we
goes.
could do a simulcast or something.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes, because that might get a little lot.
A little lot.
Might get a little lot.
I trust your judgment, bro. That's your connect.
Yeah.
Okay, so where's the other one I wanted to get to here? Spence says, I like the player, but he literally does not feel a need in that, and that's like a wasted first round pick.
Is that Ravel, or who's that for? That was 4 minutes ago. So I'm guessing that's Emmanwori, but it could have been. I'm not sure.
He might be talking about Silas said Amos or bust. You're wrong, bro. You're wrong. You're so wrong. It's not Amos or bust. There's so many guys.
That's the problem with this. And I know how you open. I kind of hate you opening a show like that, because it sounds like I'm gonna come at you but there's so many, like you said, there's so many guys in this draft, and I'm like, what could I do to maximize getting one of those many guys that I like and getting a third round draft pick out of this, or finagling my way to get more picks to get a third round or something, so I could do round 30, or not round 30. I could do pick 30, but man, if we could trade back and get, I don't know.
See, that is
no,
that
Steve, I didn't say
school...
anything about Watts at 30.
Huh?
I didn't say anything about Watts at 30.
No, that's true. Yeah, we said 30. Watts would be third round pick.
I said, well, Watts would be no, I said Emmanwori. I wouldn't want Emmanwori because Watts is there. And I didn't say a 30, but Emmanwori, I would take Watts over Emmanwori, and I didn't say it in the first round at all. That'll be a second round for me.
Okay. Silas says, we need guys to contribute this year. It takes too long for a rookie in the secondary to learn the defense. See, here's the issue. Here's the issue I take with that. If your defense takes that long to learn, that's the problem. It's not the player. We should not be living in a locker room here in Buffalo where it takes that long to get a defense down.
I wonder what makes it so complicated, because you learn when you mirror, you can pass, you can play soft zone, press zone. But what is it that's so complicated based on what I'm seeing? Because there's nothing I see out there that's just like over the top.
Yeah, but it's the contingencies, because the type of zone that they play most of the time is that hybrid zone where you're kind of passing a man off to the next man.
Right. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
It's a lot like the zone defense in basketball, where you're on a guy, you're not just flat out guarding space, but the more traditional, or I guess the origin of the zone defense in the NFL has been, I cover a spot. You know what I'm saying? And then if I see the ball coming that way, I'm going to be in position to react faster than the receiver is, because I see it coming.
And that's kind of my point. This isn't a new concept only for the Bills. This isn't a new concept only for the NFL. There are colleges that do that. There are high schools that do that. So it's not like this is the first time he's ever going to see it. So everybody might not be able to pick it up, but there are strictly zone cornerbacks who know how to play zone exquisitely. And this is part of the zone package. I'm not saying that you not do it on the level of McDermott, but it's not like some AP calculus that you have to learn in order to do this defense, is what I'm saying. Everybody says how hard it is to do, but why is it that some guys can step in and do it right away? Christian Benford stepped in right away and did it. You got, I guess, your linebackers who have more of a responsibility in zone coverage. Jermaine Edmonds came in right away. Matt Milano came in right away. You can do it.
Right.
But it's a testament to your recruiting of their acumen, and not just whatever you're looking at, this culture crap. It's got to be something between the ears, like somebody said in the beginning of the show. They don't have EJ Manuel didn't have it between the ears. Okay, so if they can't learn this defense, then they must not have it between the ears somewhat. Right. So I'm just tired of hearing people say this person can't do it because it takes too long to learn. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, really, what that boils down to, like you said, and I'm glad you pointed this out, is the guys that they're targeting. First and foremost, we know first on their list is traits. They want guys with traits, unless you're a linebacker. If you're a linebacker, you just need to have played safety at some point in college, right, and then you qualify to come and be a linebacker here in Buffalo.
Right.
But this idea that traits are first it's actually not a bad thing, right? Because you want the NFL is about leverage, so you want guys that can establish leverage more so than whoever they're going to go against, and the likelihood of that occurring is due to a person's size, right? I don't think that was pause. Is that
Junie?
No,
he said
is that borderline? Yes. All right, fair enough. I'll move on.
That's the most passive aggressive pause.
Yeah, right. I think he's losing interest in pause culture right now.
We've won.
Yeah, right. We may have dwindled him down to not even caring about pause anymore. That is a success for us. So
don't get your eyes up for too long.
Huh?
Don't get your eyes up for too long.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll enjoy this while it's here.
Yeah, while last.
But so this idea though that they're trying to find guys who are a culture fit after that, because based on what they've drafted, it's traits and then culture and then everything else after that, right? So and now mind you, that's for the most part that's what they stick to in the first, second, and third rounds, because Solomon wasn't that guy and he got drafted. Right. You know what I'm saying? So again, we know 1, 2, and 3. Those first two traits, those first two criteria, traits and then culture fit, right? Then after that, then they go through background check. Is he a guy? I guess that's part of the culture fit. Then they look at, can he play? What can he do on the field, right? But if the mindset was, we can see on tape that what you're seeing on the field quickly, and you can tell whether a player can diagnose quickly or not. If they can, usually they're a ball hawk.
The thing about it is they don't like those guys. Maxwell Harrison,
right?
Ben Morrison's. Who else are looking? Revels. Most of the guys in it. I mean, you look even what's the small Parrish from Kansas State. He's 5'10". He's small, but the dude is a ball hawk. Go grab him. But guess what? He's 5'10", and they won't do it because of that. And I'm like, okay, but yeah. you want what? Because people say the people that see, this is what gets me. Everybody says, well, you can't get those kind of players when you draft at 30. Why can't you? You got to be creative. You have to really know what you're looking for. And like you just said, you can look at a tape and say, okay, I see. He saw it right away. Watch where he triggers. They do that. They slow it down and watch where he triggers. Watch where he recognized it. And they say, look what he saw. This is what they do when they recruit people, when they scout people.
Yeah.
So it's there. It's not like first round after pick 15, everybody's a schmutz. It's not.
Yeah. Steve says, I would try to get all our picks and try to create 5 to 6 picks in the top 4 rounds, mostly in the top 3 rounds. So here's why I'm big on trading up.
Mm-hmm.
The quality of player that you can get that high in the draft and the likelihood of them having success in the NFL is much higher than the guys that you find in the later rounds. Now, I get that the Buffalo Bills have had success with late round players, right? They've done very well with that, actually. Now, that doesn't mean that is our entire existence to the end of time, right? We've seen now a bunch of teams have multiple first round picks and hit on both players. And we've seen teams draft year after year first round pick, whether it's late or whether it's in the beginning. The Baltimore Ravens are a prime example of a team that has drafted extremely well in the first 3 rounds for years. The Steelers have done that on defense for years, right? So it doesn't have to be this meager existence of looking for these unicorns in the later rounds that we hope will pop. Somebody said, I forgot who said this, but somebody said in a video earlier this week, if you're drafting for hope, that's existence.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And the idea is you don't want to put so much weight on hoping that a guy becomes what you want him to become. What you want to do is you want to play the odds. And the odds of a guy in the first round becoming a successful player are higher than the odds of a guy in rounds 2, 3, 4 through 7 becoming a successful player. That's why these guys are highly sought after and highly touted in the draft in the first place. So if that is real life, and it is, then the thought of getting as many of those guys has to be more appealing than the thought of getting more of those later round picks by trading back. And again, I'm not trying to create a major debate out of this. I'm simply saying, for me, it makes more logical sense as a whole. Now, when you bring into the conversation what the Bills have done, now I'm on your side, because they haven't shown that they can operate in that way and trust in that particular process that those players that they're going to get there are going to be successful. They've only done it once, and that's been Josh Allen. Well, I'm sorry, they did it twice. And you can, mess with that idea as much as you want. Josh was in the top 10. Tremaine Edmonds was not. However you want to play with that. Right. But the idea is you want as many shots at that guy as you can get. Mm-hmm. And if you get 2 out of 4, if you're at 50% clip, that means every other year you're getting a 10-year stud. Mm-hmm. I'll take that. Yep. I'll
take a solid dude for 10 years. Give me. You look at the list of guys we've had, and we went over the drafts we've had with McDermott, and even previously to him, and a lot of these guys didn't stay past their contracts. And that's just not how you do it. So they say we like to draft, develop, and retain. They're not because they're bailing. And that's right. That's fine to a degree, but let's not act like you're something nobody else knows. Let's not do that. You know how to buy people once the other teams have developed them, that's your wheelhouse. But now you have this stupid thing called Josh Allen who commands money. Yeah. Such things to that. And now James Cook tells you that it's not just one player that gets paid on that football team. I want mine too. And that's the thing. As you scout and draft better players and they produce, guess what? You're going to get more of those guys to say, I want mine too. It's like that episode of Black Mirror with the little troglodytes or whatever.
I still have never seen that.
Okay. Yeah, I won't give you much.
Why don't you say it like that? Okay.
Okay. Well,
play around with your own life if you want to.
I don't know to tell you. No, but I that's the thing. Steve is and I'm with you there. Like in regards to stockpiling, because there's a lot of things you can do in that group. And that's why 30 this year is so hard for me, because there's so many different players that are talented that I can have, and I'd rather have, 2 or 3 of those guys versus that one guy. And moving up, yeah, that'd be cool. but I just don't, for me, know what position I want to move up for. You know, and that's the thing for me. You got to see the new Black Mirror series.
Laura said, "I gotta see it." Yes.
You do, and Silas, yeah, you're right. I mean, that's my point. You know, the guys I named or that we were talking about, they play that kind of defense. So in my mind, it's like, why not do that? Why not go grab Melo Dotson or Kobe Bryant or Josh Parrish, or, you know, we're getting so dead set on that first round draft pick when right now our defense is in shambles.
Yeah,
it's in bad shape. We need things. Landon Jackson. Okay.
I mean, Silas is saying he ain't wrong about Amos. Look, I would put O'Donnell Fortune's tape against Amos right now.
I like O'Donnell Fortune.
I mean, you tell me that guy can't come in here in this system and do some real work. Wait, what?
What?
So G.I. Joe, what's going on? He says Z-Bot should be on WGR 550 so we never have to hear him again. You know what? I don't know if I could take that existence. I don't know if I could. I'm loving where Jeremy White has been for a while now. He's been on the receiver train. It seems like he's been watching us because he's been talking about how bad the defense has been in the playoffs. I mean, these are all things that we've been saying for 2 years now, basically, since we started this show. Yeah. And whether or not that'll get fixed, this is the draft to do it. So if they don't do it, I need everybody to understand that they don't actually value what they say they value.
Right.
That's just the bottom line. The idea is everybody in life, wherever your money is, that's your area of importance in your mind, period. So if that's business is important to you. If that's family is important to you. If that's, I don't know, cars are important to you. Whatever you're investing large portions of money or most of your money, or you have a designated budget for, that's what you value in life. So if the Buffalo Bills are content to spend all this money on defensive line players that really aren't elite, they're just kind of good, and they're just good enough to justify being starters in the NFL, but not good enough to justify real production and real playing time, like real full-time playing time. They're just better off staying in a rotation. Then that tells you they don't actually value playmakers on the defensive line. Right? They value playmakers at middle linebacker or linebacker, period. Right? They value playmakers at safety. They value playmakers at corner. Like, that's what we have to start paying attention to, because that tells you exactly what they really think.
Yeah, I mean, I'm telling people, you know, and what really brought it to fruition, what brought it home earlier today, I saw a report that Philadelphia is interested in Walter Nolan. Anybody will say, why? You have all those guys across the front four. You just want to, and you want another one? But see, we're sitting here and we've identified, at least I have in my own world, that safety is the most important position in our defense. But we rocking with this. Why is it that you're not double dipping on high caliber safeties? Why is it that Taylor Rapp is good enough? Why is it that Cole Bishop is good enough? Maybe he is, but why is it that DeMar Hamlin is good enough? Why is it that Forrest is good enough? Maybe they are, but the thing is, we haven't seen it yet, because we've seen DeMar Hamlin play out of position. We haven't seen Forrest play. We've seen Rapp play. He's been okay at times when he's not taking people out on his own team. You know, and Bishop, he's got the James Cook treatment. One play, sit your butt down, you out of here.
Right.
You know, so I mean, and I just want to say right now, everybody watching, I love this family. I really do. It's hilarious. Like, the comments, I'm not even reading them all, but it's hilarious. And if you guys ever see me get slandered like this one with the Z on here, let me know and tell me what I need to do different, because I don't want this treatment in my life. I can't have this treatment.
No, okay. Look, let me be clear about something. I have a strong, you know what? Screw it. I'll say it. I have a strong disdain for people who speak their opinion as if that's what it is, like just across the board, right? And for me, it's frustrating because my goal when I get on this show is I don't care if I'm wrong. I just want to have the right information so that my thinking can be right. Mm-hmm. And this idea of my perception is the only perception, well, that's where those people are coming from. When they're speaking from the heart on their opinion, what are you basing that off of? right? And there were a lot of things that I heard Z-Bot say in the video that you sent me where it's like, what are you basing that off of? Because it sounds good from a fan standpoint. It sounds good from a I love my team standpoint. And it sounds very good from a ride or die Buffalo Bills standpoint, right? But when you're talking about substantiating this idea that Trey White is going to come in and be a coach based off of what, bro?
Right.
Well, that's what they did with Micah Hyde. No, that's completely different. It's a completely he could not play anymore. He could not play anymore. Trey White is the second best corner on this team right now. You have nobody else. At the time when Micah Hyde was on the team, was he the best safety? Yeah. Mentally, physically, no.
Right. I'm trying not to laugh at what Steve put me. I'm just trying so hard. You got to put that up there just because. It's just too
this
much
one?
Yeah.
He said, put all the Homer Pod sellouts on one channel, call it the Loser Mindset Beta DVOA with raspy voices station. Shout out to SoundCap. Non-qualified voices making qualified statements. Hit them up. I love it. I love it. Thank you, Steve.
I don't want to be on that list.
Listen, then don't suck, bro. Just that's what you have to do to not be on that list. Don't be a homer and don't suck. Period.
Eastside, what's happening?
Yeah. What's going on, Eastside?
I'm about to mute myself. Yeah.
So that it's not necessarily just hatred of Z-Bot. I guess it's more so a disdain for that approach to podcasting in general. Mm-hmm. Like if it was just a real lighthearted conversation about, like, we were even talking about doing a top 10 bodega foods, you know what I mean? Like stuff you usually go get at the corner store. Mm-hmm. It like that's opinion based. That's my taste buds. Right. Like there's no factual information I have to base that on. I don't like hard candy.
I like the hot pickles.
Whoa.
Hey.
Whoa. Pause on that.
Hey.
Whoa.
And the fact that you're saying A is crazy.
Hey, I could have said what I wanted to say, but I didn't.
Which was what? You had something better than
that?
Yeah.
Which was what?
You ain't never had the little 5-alarm sausages in the little pack?
5-alarm sausages?
Get the little red sausages in the vinegar sauce.
So you saying you like little sausages?
They're not little. They're average at least.
Fam. It's not getting better for him.
Yo,
he keeps setting himself for failure.
No, I'm not. I know what's going on.
No, you don't.
I know. Look at your face. Look at your face. No, you can't take yourself off now. Yeah. Why is it back to me? Okay.
Explain yourself right now. Explain.
I'm gonna bring one on Thursday. I'm gonna bring one on Thursday.
You gonna what?
I'm gonna bring one on Thursday. We're gonna have 3 of them up here.
Yo, a lot of people seem to know about Z-Bot. Glaze 101.
They do, and it's sad because dude, you know,
your kindness destroyed.
No, it's sad when it's that, because I really like Rico. You know, Pierre, and I never really had interaction with Z-Bot, but you know, I don't get anything from it I hate. It's just stuff that I'm like, okay, whatever. It's like more of a segue to Rico. I only watch it when Rico's on.
Right.
So, you know, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, look, Rico's another one of those guys where you know he backs up what he says most of the time.
Yeah.
Most of the time. And I don't have an issue with that, because there are some things that are purely opinion based in the NFL. Right? A coach's approach to offense, purely opinion based. Now they can substantiate that with statistics, but those statistics would be based off what? The players on the field. Mm-hmm. And if you don't have those guys at the time, then it is just an opinion. So that's why I have the issue that I have with Z-Bot and guys like that. Is it's the, you know, this is what I think, and don't argue with me on that. Or if you do, then you're just, you know, I'm going to find some way to find a loophole in what you're saying so that I can still be right. Like that's not how you have a debate. It's just not how you do business.
Outside looking in, I love what I walked into.
OLI, where you been, man?
Yeah.
Man, I feel like we never see each other anymore, man.
He left us. I don't even know.
I know. I'm jealous of whoever taking your time up, man. Like we had this thing in the closeout where I used to have to hurry up and get out of here, but it's not the same no more. It's like losing Pauls on the show.
It is.
Like if we ever lost Pauls on the show, like just cancel it now. I think we would be done.
He's got more.
Actually, no.
He's got more. Steve Lynn's got more.
Oh my God. Said I'm talking to Aaron on cover one, adolescent voice with Christmas tree filled breakdown, talking Homer at Sunny Reds, fake Stephen A. If you know, you know. What's good? Wop, wop, wop. Put it on the beat. Wow.
He's got animosity.
Wow. Say it with your chest.
He's got
Steve.
animosity. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah. Oh, daughter's okay. Okay. All right.
Mhm.
So you got some time, basically, is what you're saying. Outside looking in and said daughter spring break.
There you go.
Yeah.
My son's is concluded now.
Yeah. Yeah. They had my Chili said that they had the day off today.
Mm-hmm. Gotta go back tomorrow.
Huh?
My kids go back tomorrow.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. So I didn't know that kids get off for Dingus Day.
We didn't.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
I-
We never got days off.
Nope.
Like, I
Nope.
hate that we sound like that now, but now we know what like people
It's
who
true.
are, 70,
thing.
80 years old felt like.
It's true.
Like, y'all get all these days off. I had to go to school in 6 feet of snow with no shoes and carry my books on a string and like
get the belt out.
you know what I'm saying? Like those were the horror stories that we would tell. We would just roll our eyes at them. But now here we are looking at these youngins like, man, y'all got it real good.
Right.
Y'all got like 60 days off a year.
Right.
It's incredible. We never had 2 weeks off for like a winter break and spring break.
Yeah.
Man, please.
I had like one school that just ignored like the weather and just you're coming in no matter what.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
because that's old school.
Right.
That's old school.
Right.
I had one school that was like that, but any other school you see, be like,
What?
y'all
You get a
missing
whole
out.
nother week
for real,
off?
for real.
Beth says I teach at a Catholic school. We don't go back till next week. Wow.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
That's something else.
Yeah,
Wow.
right. Lord, kids had Lunar New Year's off this year. What was that all
Yo,
about?
for real.
What was that even about?
For real, Lunar New Year. They used to be making up stuff.
Dude, I was mad as that because I had to get up and go to work. Ken come out there like, "What's up, Dad?" I'm like,
That's what you
You
do
are?
when you running for head of the school board.
right.
Like, guys, Lunar New Year, day off.
And the kids got to vote though, because if it's not
Yeah,
the kids
exactly.
voting, the adults be like, "Yo, the hell with this guy. Why is my kid home so much?"
I'm killing the middle school vote, though. I'm
Right.
killing it. Those 5th and 6th graders love me.
Eating out of the palm of my hand.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. All right. You ready? It's 8:26. Yeah. I think we got enough time to get to
Kev, no, Billy D. My Nuggets play tonight at 10. I wore the wrong hoodie. We're not gonna do this again. He said, "Go Clippers." No,
Listen,
no, go Clippers.
I need everybody to get up my boy 40 keys back. Okay, he wore the wrong.
I wore
hoodie.
40
He
keys.
spoke it
41
in the beginning
keys.
of the video. Hop off his back.
You know what though? Every time you wear that hoodie, you get so much attention.
I know.
Like,
It's a great hoodie.
It is a great hoodie, bro.
And I thought about it. I was driving in, and my man still calls the Clippers. Like, yeah, the Braves. The Nuggets playing the Braves, and I'm like, yeah. And I was like,
Yeah. Wait,
mean-
so did you hear we're getting a soccer team?
Yeah.
How is it that we have a football team, a baseball team, a hockey team, a soccer team? All like we've had all these teams.
mhm,
And the one thing we can't seem to get back here that we used to have is basketball.
yeah.
Do we not have a basketball market here? I've seen enough people at Delaware.
Free arguments. No, I
right.
we
That's-
do
that's
have
the
we have the ABA team.
substance of my argument.
Like I will say, we had the Extreme. It's run by I forget his first name, but Jacobs. And they do big things. It's exciting. So if you get out there and sell them out, maybe they'll get a bigger venue, and they can go on from there because they do have some talent. They got talent coming in and talent on the team. So look it up if you need help. Next season, I can post links to their website and when they play their games. It's a good time.
Cool. All right. You ready to do this mock draft?
Yeah.
Speed through it.
Well, we ain't
How
got
does it
speed.
work?
speed?
Like-
Okay.
like,
We got speed. What's up?
how does it work? Like, how are you guys gonna?
So I'm about to actually your what you call it, your keyboard should be on over there. Just do me a favor on the touchpad. See if you can move the mouse around.
Nope.
Flip that switch on the top.
Turn something on. There we go.
Okay. All right. So you can move that around. So what I want to do now is what site do we need to go to? You can just type it in there.
I gotta look it up. Let's see. We'll do this here. I feel like Greg Fillinganes.
who is Greg Fillinganes?
He's a famous keyboardist. He played the keyboard on Thriller and other songs, but He always, if you ever see it's a black dude, you'll
and
see
you
like,
just got that kind of random knowledge just fumbling around up there.
hey, I'm old because my mom made me this way. You ever
I
seen?
cannot wait to see how Kenyon turns out with this music stuff,
Yo,
bro.
he's like me.
Yeah, I know you've told me, but I need to see it in person though.
Oh, you will. See, look at my setup, guys. I got this over. See, Feeling Games had the keyboard over here.
Mhm.
Then he had another keyboard over here. He'd be playing them simultaneously like this.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So now I feel like him.
Yeah, I actually don't have my laptop over here right now. I usually do, but I forgot. I was in the middle of trying to do a million things. Stick to. Okay. All right. While you do that, I am going to enter into a very awkward silence.
Can you put? Why?
Smooth jazz on, man.
No, we ain't got no smooth jazz. No, we do. Relax. I can't take the cursor though. He's using it.
Oh well. Do you think? Are you gonna put this on the screen?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think?
Well, we got to get to it first.
That's what. Do you think? Hands off.
This is it.
Yeah. This is. I didn't go into the draft because nobody can see stuff.
Okay. All right. So we are going to do this and do this and bam.
Bam, Mario Roblox.
I know, Mario Roblox. Oh my gosh, what just happened? How do we get out of this ad? We're stuck. Close. Okay, there we go. All right. Hopefully everybody can see that. You know what?
Yeah, make that look. Well, we can't see the
how can I
comments,
do that?
so-
I'm gonna have to make this tab a separate. Bam. There we go. Okay. So. Is that good? Can you see both?
I can see both.
Okay. All right. So go for it. Wait.
They can't see anything yet. Yes.
Wait. Add the stage. Bam. Okay.
Wow, look at you.
Pie.
We in there.
Pie. Oh no, we can't do that. Let's see. Hey, there we go.
That'll
I
work.
like that.
That'll work.
I like that a lot. Matter of fact, let's take the border off so that they can see it a lot better. Where is bam? Okay. That's even better. Okay.
All right. So this is gonna be something for y'all and for us. I'm not gonna be getting slandered by myself with this mock draft. You guys are gonna help out, and if it's trash, it's all of our doing.
Right. That's how you make sure you don't end up like Z-Bot.
If it's garbage, we all did this together.
Yeah. All right. So first step is
Pick your team, Buffalo.
obviously.
Of course.
We don't have any 7th round picks? No, we don't. That's right. Yeah.
Not yet.
Oh my God. If anybody in the chat suggests a trade back to get a 7th round pick, we scrap it.
We throwing hands.
We scrap it.
We gonna throw hands?
Just send me to Addy right now so I can pull up.
Over
Period.
that?
Over trade for a 7th round pick?
Something so trivial?
What? No, it is not so trivial. Damn it, I'm about to rant again. Are you kidding me, Mr. Irrelevant? Spin, if you do it, send me to Addy. Don't even just put your address in the chat so I can pull up. Period.
Let's see. Where? Okay, here we go.
All right. You
All right.
ready to go?
I am ready to go.
Thank you, Lord. Said I'm taking Airman's crispy haircut as a good luck on our draft. Okay.
All right.
So
Get out of here. All right.
wait, it takes you to a new tab?
That did, but it's not supposed to.
Oh,
One
okay.
second. I need to find out. Oh, there's a start button right there.
Is it under the advertisement?
I keep Xing that out and it takes me to new stuff.
No, yeah, we want to get rid of those.
Yeah, get all that out of there.
All
Get
this?
that out of there.
So what are we trying to
Hit
get
that,
to?
hit that extra. Yeah, there we go. Boom.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right, now let the pain commence.
How fast do you have this going?
Normal.
Okay. All right.
So is it still showing? Is it still showing the screen? I didn't screw that up, did I?
No, we can minimize this here, and
Okay,
you should
cool.
still be able to see it. Perfect.
You
All
guys see how good I am at technology piece? Yeah.
right. This is why he has me.
All right. So we can hit the start button. And if you guys are interested in trading up, please let us know fast.
Boy, this is pause it. All right. So who do we have so far? Who's been drafted so far? How do you see that?
Okay. So I can just go right here. And
yeah, you should be able to use this bar right here.
Go ahead. Do you think you got it? Because you got a mouse, right?
Yep. All right. So what is this? What's happening right now?
Just down further. Go down.
Oh,
yeah.
All right. So this. Oh, they only let you see the most recent one?
Hit.
We probably should have practiced this.
Scroll this up. No, scroll this up. Well, it's a screen because I do it on my own, but drafted play. Wait, there you go. Hit show draft players right there.
Where?
Down.
Right
there.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, so.
But it doesn't say the order they were drafted in. Right? Yeah, it's just got all these grayed out players.
Let's do this. Here.
You know what? Screw it.
I'm dying.
Just
I think I died.
You died.
I didn't.
Who died? Your keyboard?
Yeah, it was blinking. But
if you push something.
I must have pushed something.
Yeah.
Oh well, whatever.
No, it just times out after a while, like it goes to sleep if you don't use it.
All right. So or do you want to do a different one?
No. Okay. Just hit play and we'll just go 30. Like we'll do no trades.
No trades. Okay.
Yeah, we'll do no trades. We'll just go through and because it's we don't have a ton of time
anyway.
All right. So we are. Oh, we got some trade offers. Okay. All right. So you know what? I'm okay with this one. Like if we get trade offers, I'm okay going through those.
Yeah, I'm not gonna send trades, but yeah,
okay. All right. So let's do this. Let's minimize this so we can see. All right, folks. We need music with this. All right, I got you. Say less.
Less.
Right.
Much less.
Right. Yeah. Let me turn this way down. That should be good there. And if you do hear it, cool. If you don't, I don't know what to tell you. But
Okay.
I know, right? It's pretty ridiculous.
That's kind of messed up. Like, you can't hear it? Too bad.
Now you understand how I do business.
I'm not about that, but okay.
Okay, so here we are, and we're looking for, where is it?
Okay, so it's offering us the 104th pick in the 4th round, 6th round 179th pick, 6th round 200th pick, 7th round 255th pick. 7th rounder in there. There we go.
So for the 30th, they want to give us a 4th, 2 6ths, a 7th, and then 3 picks from next year.
Yes. Nobody's doing that anyway.
Yeah, but that means I'm basically just losing my 1st round pick for nothing.
Yes, I'm not doing that.
No, I'm not doing that. Move to the next one. Everybody in the chat was overridden with that one.
Right. So this one they're giving us round 2 pick
all
next
picks
year.
from next year.
5th round pick next year.
No, thank you.
Round pick next year. Okay, so this one is interesting.
Yes, it is.
The Bears will give us pick 39 and 72 in this year's draft. Who's with it?
It's interesting because I would never do it. Eastside said, "Yeah, Dallas going to the Super Bowl." Wow, wow.
Mark said, "Accept that ish."
For real?
I'm leaning towards you, Mark. I'm leaning towards you.
Damn, for 39.
I'm leaning towards it.
Fireside
said, "Ding ding."
Okay, what? Who are you getting? Who are you getting at 39 that you couldn't just take at 30?
A 3rd round draft pick.
I get it. Well, I mean, that's Brandon Bean would jump on this in a heartbeat. Brandon Bean loves his 3rd round picks, and we don't have one right now. So this would absolutely work. But again, you're see, this is the part where I struggle. Steve C. Noble saying, "Do it." Everybody saying, "Do it, trade back, do it."
And you're like stalling, like if I can just make a timeout.
Yeah, I am about to fall apart at the seams right now. Like, tell me how at 39, you know you're going to get the player you want at 39.
I think the thing is, there's so many people in the kitty that we would take that we're good with. We have no problem trading back and getting that 3rd round draft pick.
Right. Okay. But what if the player that you have, the player that is highest on your board is available at 30? Do you still like the guy that you know you want?
If there's a I have to have him, yeah, you would.
Well, not even that. Let's say the top 3 guys on the Bills board are guys they have to have, and everybody else after that is if he's there, we want him, we're gonna take him, right? And you get to 30, and you're Brandon Beane, and you love those 3rd round picks, and they send you this offer, and you're like, man, I could get a 3rd round pick, but the question is, the guy that's highest on my board right now, is he gonna be there at 39, or am I just trading that 30th pick away for 39 and 72, thinking, okay, well, I may not get the guy that was highest on my board, but I'll then get the guy who was 4th highest on my board.
Can I just say, I see the stress. I see your stress level right now.
Like I'm about to bust a blood vessel right now. Like, this is driving me insane. Like, how, like, the idea of drafting guys is to get the highest guy on your board. And if you trade back, you're essentially giving up the right for that guy. It's the same thing as making a trade with the Chiefs. You might as well, because if you're willing to give up a 1st round pick to move back to 39, where it's less likely that you're going to get the higher guys on your board, just for the sake of getting a 3rd round pick to then take another guy that's lower on your board than the highest guy that you had. You get what I'm saying? Like, what you're doing at that point is
Royce, the stress hole is showing.
It is. Like, what you're doing at that point is you're drafting with the hope that these later round guys can come in and still bring high value to the pick. Right? Sure. That is the hope. Because at that point, like, there's no data that tells you that a guy at 39 is going to be much better than a guy at 30. Really, what that is I think I can still get a valuable pick at 39, and then I'll also have another shot at a valuable pick at 72.
Well, so then you have to put it like this. They tell you they have 14 guys with a 1st round grade on it. So in that vein, there's nobody worth it at 30 on their board. Probably. I don't know what their board is.
Yeah, but why do we keep thinking about this as value at that pick? Like, that's the other problem I have with this. And I know we're turning this mock draft into a whole, diorama
we're
now.
Still in the first one.
You're right. We're still on pick 1, but this trade is stressing me the hell out. Damn it. But like, that's what I'm struggling with, because this idea that we have to have value for the pick. If the guy is good and he adds value to my team and I can get him right now, why do I care about anybody else in the later rounds? I'm getting the guy that I know is going to come in and have the highest chance to be great on my team than anybody else I pick. The guy I draft in the 1st round should, by the numbers, have the best chance to come onto my team and make an impact. That's the factual information of the draft. That's how they build it. That's how they value the players.
So Spin says, I mean, we're probably not going to do it, but Spin says you could use 39 and a 4th round to get back to 33. So that would give you would still have 2 seconds. You would still have, now you would have a 3rd, and you would have what, 2 fourths?
He's gonna crash out, bro.
He is gonna crash out.
Stop the damn music.
He already stopped the draft.
Spin, you mean to tell me that you want to trade back to 39 to pick up a 3rd round pick to give up one of your 4ths to get back up higher in the 2nd round? So you want to move back to be able to trade back up, but you don't want to trade up higher into the 1st round. What the hell is going on right now, bro?
No beep. It was no beep.
What is happening?
He said stop the music.
What, according to who, bro? Trade value chart. Oh my god.
Spin's like, yes,
oh
I
my
did it.
god.
Spin's like, I made it happen.
Yo, Spin is gifted, bro.
Yo,
Spin is the most gifted dude in the world at getting me.
I hope you have to know that I need to get home
You
safely.
gotta get home safely,
bro.
I need to get home safely.
We
so
might
please.
not make it, Junie. We might have to sleep in the studio tonight. How about to crash out? Thank you, Doug. This Common Core Matt, like Mark says they are giving us 730 points of value for 620 points.
I when I saw it, I didn't believe it either. A second and third for one, I did not believe it.
Why does that even matter? The only math that matters is the probabilities. Because when you pick a player, you're picking a player based on the probability that that player is going to add value to your team the way you want it once you pick them, regardless of where it is.
You know, we forfeited our pick in real life, right? Like, this isn't supposed to happen on the mock draft. We forfeited our pick in real life. Junie.
You know what? Let's put the music back on. They want to take the trade. Go ahead and take the trade, bro. Go ahead and take the trade. They want to take the trade. Take the damn trade.
There you go,
I'm sorry.
bro.
Let me get this off the screen. No, you go ahead. No, I'm not okay. I'm not okay.
I need you to take a chip pill, bro.
Not okay.
We need to get home safe, please.
That's hilarious.
Right, Roy said the Bills forfeited the pick.
So we trade back again? just because I'm not gonna do it, but okay. So the Bears again. The Bears really like our picks,
Bro.
They gave us 2 7s.
Just take the damn trade.
No,
you didn't take the trade.
I hit the wrong button.
You
No.
rejected the trade.
Yeah, accidentally. Okay,
Wow. Okay. All right. Who's on the board?
we got Donovan Ezaraku.
Nick Scorton all the way.
Okay. So for just for people at home, Silas, Trey Amos. He said, bump all these dudes. Nick Scorton.
Right.
Tyler. Honestly, for me, Nick Scorton would be the one.
Travion Henderson.
Yo, Spencer accept every offer. I can't.
Yeah,
We might have 35 picks in the 7th round.
literally, he's gonna see me have a heart attack on this show. Literally, it's accept every trade offer.
So
That's what he's trying to do.
if Nick Scorton was there at 39, I think that's a win. Honestly, guys, what do you think? He said, let's see if we can accumulate every 7th round pick in the draft. That'd be sweet. That'd be so.
Spin, I hate you, dude.
We got more draft picks than rosterable players.
Send me your Addy right now, bro. We scrapping. I'm sorry. I need to know where you at. I might invite you to the barbecue just to get in a slap fight.
It's called a box. Never mind.
No, I do like that. I think
It's called a slap box.
we'll do Scorton.
All right. Y'all with Scorton? Scorton is cool. Somebody tell me something.
They still laughing at the fact he just had a meltdown about.
Bro, it don't make no sense, bro. Let's trade back up higher than we just traded back. Why?
I wouldn't even dare, but I mean, I people would do it, I guess. So we'll do Scorton since nobody said no.
Yep.
Boom.
All right, let's do it. We took the trade. We traded back. Nick Scorton was there. We took him.
I think that's a solid pick. I think that's a very solid pick.
All right. Where we at? We back on the clock?
Yeah, back on the clock.
All right.
Okay, so now what we can do is you got Jalen Milroe. Don't have a need for him. Travion Henderson. Too rich for my blood at 42. Mason Taylor. I don't need a tight end that high when you got guys in later rounds that are just as good. Carson Schlesinger. Now that one is the one that I'm thinking about.
Who?
Carson Schlesinger.
Carson? Yeah, I was looking at that name too.
Yeah, that's the one I'm
Linebacker.
thinking about. That's the guy that you were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
And Ariante Ursary, offensive tackle from Minnesota. I'm not really interested.
Here, you want
in
the
that
mouse?
one. Yeah, because I'm gonna rub the fingerprints off of my. There we go.
They can't identify
They
me
can't
anymore.
identify the body.
Uh,
Okay, I feel better. I feel way better about life
There you
now.
go. All right, so we are.
Now, I really want to know why we can't see. Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Who else is available?
Quinshawn Judkins, Prince, you mind me yelling? Elijah Arroyo, if he was there in the 3rd, easily for me.
Okay.
Tate Ratliff, Jack Sawyer, no. Jalen Noel, a little too early.
I'm not liking a lot of these names that are left over now.
That's the thing. See, that's the thing. I like Oladejo, but we already took Scorton, so I don't need him now.
T-Bone said, "Can we get a DT?"
DT right here. Let's see who's there.
Yeah.
Shamar Turner, Omar Norman Lott, Josh Farmer at 80. He's a 80th overall right now. Ty Robinson, CJ West, Jamari Caldwell is somebody I really need. So see, this is my muck. This is where the first round gets really cloudy for me.
Yeah.
Because these guys are the ones that I want, not Walker. But Caldwell and West. If I can come away with one or both of these guys, I would be like over the moon.
But you're not going to take them this high.
No. I'm just saying, as it goes.
No, I know. I'm just saying
I'm not clicking it
wouldn't
now.
want to. Yeah, you wouldn't want to do that this high.
So
Alex Collins is gone at this point.
Yeah, he went.
Alex Collins.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Albert
Collins.
Just think of
Alfred.
old dude from Batman.
Alfred. Yep.
So Jordan Phillips.
Is still there. Okay.
Big East is my guy. He's still there. Ty Hamilton's a smaller guy, but he's actually decent for the value. Cam Jackson, 6'6", 343.
Oh yeah, I would take Cam Jackson.
Yeah. So I mean, okay. Tim Smith is actually decent.
Let's wait on DT.
Yeah, let's wait on that one.
Yeah.
So take Kyle Williams. Where is he at? He's still 86. I don't know if I want to take him now though.
What about corner? Who's there at corner?
Darian Porter.
Oh, Darian Porter. Easy.
Darian Porter, yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna double dip on cornerback. I'm gonna tell you right now, maybe not the next pick, but it's gonna be another one down here somewhere.
I'm cool with it.
So we'll do Darian Porter. Anybody besides Steve who wants Kyle Williams? Say no.
Turner. Who's Turner?
He's talking about
Shamar Turner. Okay.
I mean, Shamar Turner is cool, but he doesn't have the size that you want out of a 1T. So I mean, that's my reservation with him. He's a good player though. I just don't think he fits what we're looking for.
Yeah, I agree. I like Porter here at the pick at the what is this, the 39th?
No, this is
56.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm totally fine with that.
Okay.
All right. So
and they're offering us that's not gonna happen. New York's offering us a 3rd and a 7th for our 3rd second rounder.
All right, you don't like the trade?
No, I'm not gonna trade. I'm not gonna do that trade.
Okay. He has spoken.
I have spoken.
All right. So now 3rd round. Wow, Schweisinger is still there?
Yeah. So see, this is interesting. This is where I'm thinking about a Milano replacement.
Ooh.
Where I'm thinking about, and the value is there. You could still go.
Here's why I don't like the Carson conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Dorian Williams is still on the team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To me, that's already the Milano replacement. If you get Carson in there in a 4-3, he's supposed to be a weak side guy. So you're either going to play a base 4-3 from now on with him, Bernard in the middle, and you'll let Dorian play strong side, which is better for the run stopping linebacker. I mean that would fit.
Mm-hmm.
That would fit, right? Excuse me. The only issue here is both Carson and Dorian Williams are better run defenders than they are pass defenders.
Right.
So essentially, you would have to do some kind of big nickel thing where you bring in a bigger safety to come and play that second linebacker in a nickel formation.
Yeah.
If you do that.
Yeah, and Schlesinger is actually a bigger linebacker than what McDermott likes. I think he's about 6'2" or 6'3", 240. So that's that's like Dorian Williams size, where you have Milano and Renard and Ulafascio are 220, 230 even.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's something to think about. I mean, Schlesinger is interesting. He flies to the ball. He's a good blitzer, good run stuffer, good cover guy. But yeah, I get it.
This is 62 in the second round.
Yep. So right. Timonius, I'm gonna double dip on D line.
Well, what's there at running back?
Judkins, Caleb Johnson, Cam Scatterbo, Dylan Sampson, Martinez. I mean, my guys, I like Brashard Smith. That's the guy I really like.
Okay.
So these are the two names that I really like. Tootin is exciting, but he fumbles too much. Devin Neal, he's good, but these are my guys here.
You don't like Judkins?
Not big Judkins. Nah, not big on Judkins. That's big, especially if you're looking at trying to replace James Cook.
Well, I'm not. What I'm thinking is your power guy, if they drafted Judkins, he would be a better fit as a power guy than Ray Davis would. Like Ray Davis to me is the Alvin Kamara contact balance guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's very good at that, and he's got pretty good hands too. So, not that he needs a ton of quickness to do what he's doing, but I could see value in a pick like that. He's what? The second or third highest rated running back in the draft at this point.
Judkins?
Yeah.
Nah, he was at this point in time he's number one, but you're still talking about Travion. You're talking about Hampton from North Carolina.
Oh, okay. So he's top five. He's
top
not.
Five. Yeah, he's
okay.
top five. He's got a thirdish round grade. So
yeah. So we're kind of stuck right now. We're in a rut. So we're thinking. I don't like the defensive tackle options that are there right now. Let me say I don't love them. What's that wide receiver?
Jalen Noel, who's
Jack
good.
Besh is there.
Besh is good. Jalen Royals is excellent.
Kyle Williams is there.
Savion Williams, I like.
Oh my God, no, that's got to. Isaiah Bond is still there.
Yeah. Torrey Horton's a beast. People don't talk about him, but he's a beast.
Really?
Yeah. He's taller, like 6'3" or so. 6'4".
Chat. My vote is Savion Williams. I think we should put the vote up for Savion Williams, Kyle Williams, or Jack Besh at receiver, because I really don't see anybody else. I mean, what about corner? Who's at corner right now?
Parrish, who I really like. Noah Williams, who I would definitely like. I really like him a lot.
Okay.
Kobe Bryant, Noah Williams.
Tell me about Noah Williams real quick.
Noah Williams is the ball hawk. I think he led the nation with 7 interceptions last year.
Speed guy, zone guy,
zone guy.
Okay.
So I mean, but he's the kind of guy when you think about, like we were talking about, where you put the foot in the ground and go when he reads and reacts.
Yeah.
He's the epitome of that. So if you want somebody who's gonna shoot the gap and take a risk and get that ball, he's the one.
What's the question I always ask you?
What's the speed?
Yes.
4.5.
All right.
4.5.
Yeah. Doug says Bond. Spin says Royals in the third round. OLI says Williams. Which one? Savion or Kyle? Steve says Bond, Williams, and I think so the Iowa wide receiver. Are you talking about
He's talking about
Jaden Higgins?
Noah.
Jalen Noel. Jalen Noel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Higgins is gone.
Higgins.
Okay.
Gone. Yeah.
All right. I mean, I'm seeing Bond. I'm seeing Bond twice. Billy D said any Williams for me.
You got it. As long as he comes with the Colt 45.
Right. So we got 2 for Williams, whichever Williams. 2 for Bond. 3. OLI, you already said Williams. All right, what you want to do, bro? Kyle or Savion? Which one you want to take?
Now?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, who else do you like better at this juncture?
Honestly, where are we at? This is 62.
Yeah.
What did we take? We took Squirtin Porter. Man, Schlesinger is just there, just eating at me. But I guess I'll take the L for that one.
No, I mean, you want the. I just.
No, I get it.
Yeah, you're like mucking up the system if you get linebacker, but that is great value at that pit for where we are.
Yeah, that's wide receiver. See, the wide receiver pool. We have pick 70? What was it now?
73.
73. Okay. All right. How about we do this? We'll take.
You want to take your linebacker?
Nah, they spoke. We're gonna take the wide receiver. So we're gonna do Royals. I think that's it. Oh, Steve wants to know who's at safety.
Oh yeah, we didn't look at safety. Who's there at safety?
Makuba, Kevin Winston, both these guys, Billy Bowman. So it'd be these guys, Sanker.
What do you like about Makuba? Tell me about him.
Makuba's a ball hawk. I like Makuba because he's that floating free safety. He rolls in space. He's got a good eye for the ball. He's not afraid. He's a willing tackler in the run game. He's a smaller guy. Not really smaller. He's like 6 feet, 183 or something like that. So he's not tiny. But
he's first up on that list too. We still got like 4 different receivers that would be there or have the potential to be in there at 73.
But I'm not. I don't have to have him. I can easily take Kevin Winston Jr. I can take Jonas Sanker as well. Lathan Ransom, I like. He's a hitter. This guy is a hitter.
Okay.
So I'm not married to any of these guys. So I think we need to go with the wide receiver. If we really like Kyle Williams, we probably should go with the wide receiver here.
Okay. So you want to go Kyle Williams?
Let's go Kyle Williams.
All right, let's do it.
Sorry, Steve. We gotta flesh this out.
No, geez, make a damn decision.
You guys are so Okay, so they're offering us 6 and 3 picks next year. I'm going to go ahead and reject.
Yep, go ahead and reject that.
And so, what do we have? Okay, so my tight end's gone, and this is at this point in time we're looking at trying to acquire.
Arroyo's gone?
No, Arroyo's still there.
Oh, okay. Where are we at safety?
Didn't take safety yet.
Oh,
Makuba's still there.
Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna take
got.
Makuba.
Yeah, you got to take him.
Makuba's gonna be there. Bye bye.
Is who 6'5"? Kyle?
I don't think he's 6'5". I think he's like 6'3".
Kyle Williams is?
Yeah, Savion is like 6'5".
Yeah, Savion is definitely 6'5". All right, where we at? So we're at 109 right now. In the 4th round, we have a corner, we have a receiver, we have a defensive end, and we have a safety.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we need a defensive tackle.
Now we'll start making that move. Oh,
CJ West.
Get over here, there, boy.
Go ahead, man. Get your DT. That's a tough one, Susan. That's a tough one because I've had a bunch of conversations with Rev. Rev can go. I know. She's like really putting him out there. Rev, I would say, is a more grounded debater. He usually provides some good, basis or informational foundation for his points. It's just that sometimes the position he takes can be a little hard, in terms of being, pro team, as opposed to like we disagree on Sean McDermott taking the blame for a lot of these playoff losses. You know what I'm saying? And I get it. There's perspectives on both sides, but I'm sorry. After a while, the information has to build up to a point where it becomes undeniable, and maybe for him that's going to take a little bit longer.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if I'm going to debate with anybody, I'd rather debate with Rev. All right, so we got 3 trade offers.
Okay. All right, so for our 4th, they're offering us 136, 243, and next year's 5th. Dallas is offering us a 6, a 7th, and 2 picks next year.
Nah, it's not enough.
No, not doing. 5th round, 5th round.
2 5ths this year.
Yeah.
So you give up 1/4 for 2 5ths.
1/4, 2 5ths. Let's see. Okay.
We got one more 4th after this, right? After 132.
Let me see. 130. Yeah. So we got 132, 169 is the next one we have.
Okay.
So
170 is the 5th.
Yeah.
Okay. So 130. So yeah. I mean, I don't know. What do you think? We basically took care of all the needs of the team. I mean, at this point, we'd be doubling up on, corner, wide receiver, or defensive tackle.
Oh, well.
What was that?
That was a freeform check.
Okay.
Okay. So at this point in time, there's really not much on the board. And
Who's there at tight end?
Tight end. Gunnar Helm, don't like him. Arande Gadsden, I like. Thomas Fadone, I like. Ben Yarosek, I like.
For where Gadsden is slated to go, that looks like, well, yes, we're at 139 right now, right? So. Okay.
Oh.
What?
I should wait. Did I do it? Can we do Danny Stutzman?
Who is Danny Stutzman?
Linebacker at Oklahoma. He's a heat-seeking missile.
A heat-seeking missile that you want to add to a team that is plentiful at the linebacker position.
Well, he's good against the run. That's the thing. I think we're really trying to shore up center.
Laura said, I kind of like the pod v pod drama. It's T. I like what Kevin's saying. Let's see what center looks like, because your boy about to be gone after this year, Connor McGovern.
Yeah, I don't know which one of these guys are centers.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, they're all
IOL.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would need. Hold on a second. We can go to where are you going to?
Draft Plus.
Okay, that's where I was going to too.
Oh wow, look at you.
Yeah. All right, so and we're looking for centers.
Mm-hmm.
Line centers only. Okay. All right. So centers only.
Okay, so we're looking at, where are we? Drew Kendall.
Okay. Drew Kendall is 6'4", 308. 3-cone drills, pretty decent. 7.56. He ran a 5.05 40. Pretty decent for a center. Looks like he was a pretty good prospect coming into college. He's grading out pretty good. Where was he slated to go? Where do they show the projection?
He's slated to go. You're on Draft Plus. You have to look. Oh, I was looking at the wrong guy. Who is this now?
Drew Kendall.
He's supposed to go in the 6th round.
Oh. Yeah, he's pretty far down that list too.
Yeah, I mean, offensive line depth is not that great. So
yeah, no, we can skip over that.
Yeah.
What about wide receiver? Who's there?
Tez Johnson, no. Ty Felton, Tesla would be good, but that's later on. Dante Thornton will be there much later.
Okay.
Jalen Lane later. Just Keandre Lambert Smith is actually pretty good.
Yeah, Van Pran is. I mean, he's supposed to be the next up and coming guy, but
that's what we want.
Right, we wanted that since he was drafted, but the fact they keep trying to play him at guard, it just I don't know. It's something about that screams we don't trust him at the position that he played in college at an elite level.
Right.
What about running back?
Devin Neal's
still there.
He's good, but I still see my guys I want right here.
I would take Trevor. I mean, we're at 139. Trevor's 142. That's not that bad.
All right, let me see what we have here again.
Yeah.
Caldwell.
Oh, Jordan Phillips is there.
Yeah, Jordan Phillips is there. We took CJ West early.
I don't know if they would double up at DT though.
Not this soon, maybe.
Yeah.
Then again, maybe they might. I don't know.
Screw it. Let's do it.
Well, let's do it. Let's see what's in cornerback first. Oh, Kobe Bryant's still there.
Tell me about Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant, he's kind of. I gotta put my notes up on Kobe.
Steve says, "Look for Farmer at DT."
I think he's gone.
He's gone already.
Pretty sure.
Let me see.
Kobe Bryant.
I
have him. I got Kobe Bryant a fourth round pick, a 4th round grade. He really translates over when it comes to his 22 pass breakups. Quick twitch. He closes in on ball once he recognizes what's going on in front of his face. He's scrappy. He fights through receiver blocks to get to the run game. He is a willing and able tackler. If you're looking at his negatives, he's about 182 pounds, 183 pounds. So he does get over aggressive at times. And you're in a 4.5 40. So
I mean, 4.5 is like the sweet spot for the Bills.
Yeah, he's 6 feet 180.
That's kind of light. I don't know if I like that.
Okay.
don't know if I like that.
Yeah, Brashard, Steve, that's definitely somebody I'm sitting here thinking about. Blue, I'm not so into, but let's see. Who else can we look at? We have.
What about punter? Screw that. Punter.
Wow.
What's going on at punter?
Wow. How many punters you got on the database?
I don't know, bro.
I'm not doing that.
Brian is another slow scrub. Steve said Brian is another slow scrub. All right, so we got to narrow this down because we're spending too much time at this pick. So
yeah,
what position do you guys want to go with? You want to go? I'm going to put this up for vote. We can go running back, we can go wide receiver, or we can go double up at corner because the corner depth is not that great right now. Ivy. Is Ivy there at edge?
No, he can't be going. He can't still be there. He's got to be going. He's
there. Right there. You got to take him. You got to take him. You got to take him.
Let's see. Okay, so are we looking at double dipping at edge, or are we just going to take one?
If we're doing best player available, right now this is the best player available.
Fine. Okay, we can do Jared.
I mean, backup quarterback?
Not yet. So my thought process, what I was going to do, David Walker or Paul Ryland. So, all right, we'll do Jared.
Yeah, because they're not going to double up at wide receiver. Running back is probably the most likely. Oh, you already took him? Okay.
Yeah, he's going.
All right, so where are we at? It's coming up. All right, we got back-to-back picks, back-to-back. For picks next year, no, scrap that.
No,
they're not drafting a running back late. Doug says LaQuint Allen.
Yeah, I'm also in a. I think you mean Bossa, Kevin. Are you talking about Bossa from Oregon?
Who's Bossa?
The linebacker. Which would
again, I don't think we need linebacker depth. Like that would be the last position I would look at in this draft. Not that the value is bad, but we have so many guys that haven't even gotten a chance yet.
Okay.
Jordan Phillips is still there.
Jordan Phillips is still there. Ollie Gordon, Dylan Fairchild.
ETN is still there. I would take ETN, bro.
Right here?
ETN. Trevor.
I was looking for him. Okay.
Right there. Yeah, I would take the running back for sure. 6th round and a 4th round next year. I think I might take that trade. Chat, what you think? Our pick 170 for the Jaguars 194, so we'd be dropping back to the 6th round, but we get a 4th round pick next year.
Oh, Kevin, I got you. I thought I didn't realize you were correcting yourself from earlier. Sorry about that.
Oh, he's saying get rid of Bosa?
Nah, he's saying we're losing FNS and no Bosa next year. I just saw Bosa.
Yeah. No, I mean that makes sense for doubling up at pass rusher. And we actually doing better than we thought. Doug says can also most likely get Dolak as an undrafted.
Yeah, I'm not worried about Dolak as much as I love Dolak. Don't get me wrong. I'm not worried about it just because it's Buffalo. It's a nice thing, but
Roy says, what good our next year's pick in a mock draft? Because F them picks. That's what, Roy.
Tavonius, yeah, he said if you don't get Jordan Phillips, I'm gonna have a conniption.
Let's do it, bro. I want him. That is the defensive tackle I want the most in this draft.
So I got mine.
Aside
you got
from
yours.
Alfred Collins. Yeah.
All right, cool, easy. And now we can go with what you guys want. If let's see. So where were we last time? Because now we're
boy, Kobe Bryant is still there.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I just don't like his size. Who else is there at corner? Nah, you got to go back up to
we didn't draft one, did we?
No. Well, we did. We drafted.
Oh, you did. Porter, yeah. Upton Stout, Mello Dotson, Bilal Cone. I'm not really huge on. Western Michigan, he was okay, but not like he doesn't move my needle like that. Jabbar Muhammad is an undersized guy. Justin Wiley, he's got years of production, but he's nothing spectacular. A lot of clean. I like.
Fortune is already way gone, right?
Nah, he's right here.
Where? Oh, what are you doing? Draft that man.
Now?
256. Damn, I didn't know he was going that late.
I can push the button, but you know.
Well, we ain't got no 7th round picks either, though. So what pick is this? This is 173. Our next pick is 177.
177 and 206.
206. Okay, so he's gonna be overdrafted anyway, no matter what. Because I definitely. So let's save that next corner pick for Fortune, because I definitely want that dude.
Okay.
Who's there at safety? You know what though?
Nobody really.
You think they're gonna double up at safety?
No.
All right. So who's there at tight end? Oh, Gadsden. Gotta get him.
All right. Arande Gadsden the second.
Yeah.
You're a Bill.
Now we can get rid of Dawson Knox. I'm just playing.
Can't stand you.
I like the player. I just don't like the contract for the production. That's all.
You get rid of him, you only got 2 tight ends.
That's right. Trash. Which is why I said get your boy Gadsden. Yeah. Okay. So we are at pick number 206 linebacker. No, OLI.
Right, so yeah, Felton just went.
We got 2 edge defenders. Do you want to go back up QB?
I would always be in tune with a backup quarterback. Let's see who they got. As long as it's not, absolutely not. No. Brady Cook. Jefferson. Okay, so we're probably not going to go here at all. Yeah, no.
Okay.
I don't really like any of these guys.
All right, let's move on from that.
Yeah, that's a no go.
What? All right, let's see what they got at linebacker.
Jack Kaiser, Kobe King, Cody Simon. I do like Cody Simon. I don't think he's really a fit for us, but Sven wants to know: would you trade 30 and 109 for 33 and 72?
What about Dolak? We can get Dolak here and then get my guy Fortune with the last pick. Wait, what? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? What is the purpose of this? Would you trade 30 and 109 for picks? You mother. All right, here we go. What's yeah, so I mean, dude.
All right, best available is going to be Mitchell Evans, a tight end.
Is he worth doubling up at tight end?
No.
Okay.
Kobe Bryant, Caleb Ransaw, small safety. Ty Hamilton.
Did we double it? Oh, no, we're about to double up at corner.
We doubled up at D tackle.
Yep. Did we double it? Yeah, we doubled up at pass rusher. Wow, we really just wore out that whole music. Here, let me start that again.
Go ahead.
See this. That's like 38. Yeah, 38 minutes of music. All right. Back to it. Scroll up.
No, I was reading. I got you. That's why.
Oh.
you really about trading back?
That's why.
So I got you. All right. So where we got go best cornerback available? That's gonna be my guy Kobe Bryant.
Of course, but now you're talking about tripling up at corner.
Oh yeah, because you're taking Fortune.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Don't burn my hopes.
He should still be there.
Don't burn my hopes. So all right.
Punter. No.
What about
long snap? Okay, he's trying to get me going. Long snapper.
Who are we not thinking about? Who are we not? We've eliminated edge. We've eliminated defensive line. Period. Have we eliminated wide receiver? Dante Thornton is still there. Take him.
Okay. DK is there too.
Who's DK?
University of Florida, about 6 feet, 195, 200. Ran a 4.34 40. He's got good route ability.
Caden Prather. Where do I?
That's your guy. This guy you.
That's right. He was on my list. Let me just get back to my notes here and see what he's about.
Okay, so another fast wide receiver. You still got. So are we doing Deontay Thornton? Or are we doing DK? Are we doing Isaac Tesla, who's a better? No, I don't want to do that because he's a pass blocker. He's okay, but nothing special.
Where did I? Oh, here it is.
Do we go ahead and get our obligatory offensive lineman here?
Oh yeah. I like Prather.
Okay.
I like Prather. Where is he slated to go?
He is
wide receiver.
222.
So we be doubling up at wide receiver. We be doubling up at a lot of positions.
Mm-hmm. Kev Harris says go get Thornton. We got Gadsden. We got.
You know what?
It looks pretty nice though. It looks nice.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go with Thornton. I like Prather, but we have big guys that are already playing outside. Not that they need to be there, but we already drafted a wide receiver earlier, right? Who's the wide receiver we drafted?
We took
Kyle Williams. Yeah. So we've got our outside guy that can run routes. We need a guy to take the top off the defense. I like that pick a lot. I like Thornton a lot at that pick. And then Fortune. Fortune's our last guy. Still there?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Let's see that beautiful list. You didn't trade back in?
No.
Okay.
I didn't. It's okay.
Boy, this is going a lot slower than I thought it would. Oh, there it is. Okay, perfect. All right. So now, man, we did pretty well. How do you get rid of that ad? Skip that. All right.
We got Nick Scorton, Darian Porter, Kyle Williams, Andrew Makuba, CJ West, Jared Ivey, Trevor Etienne, Jordan Phillips, Oronde Gadsden, Dante Thornton, and Donald Fortune.
Screw your D rating. I love that player. I love that guy. I don't care. Care what you think. Care what you think. Spin says, great. You all just drafted like 10 players for the practice squad if they don't get claimed first. Nah. No, you're not getting me out of my eye on this one. We did a great job with this draft.
Yeah, no, Thornton's that's definitely it. I'm sorry, Scorton's an A for me for sure. Porter is a great pick. Kyle Williams, great pick. Andrew Makuba, great pick. You can't tell me nothing about these D tackles. We got
getting Jared Ivey where we did, bro. Like that's a huge one.
That's good. Trevor Etienne is going to be solid. Jordan Phillips obviously is a flyer, but I think for what you asked him to do, he's going to be fine.
Yep.
Oronde Gadsden, we need a tight end anyway. We may have been able to wait a little longer to get Yarasek or Fadone, but I'm fine with Gadsden. He's a quality tight end.
Yo, Spin. Yo,
That did it.
Yo, I want to know what you do for a living, Spin, because you're too good at this, bro. You beating Junie as a troll right now, bro. Like you doing too good of a job. This man said, I think you all bombed this draft with that dumb trade back with pick 30. Oh my God. OLI says we just need one beast, one possible. Yeah, look, this mock draft to me gives you the best possible opportunity for that. Right? Because you didn't just pick guys with traits. You didn't just pick guys who were only good at one thing. Mm-hmm. We've seen Dante Thornton run multiple routes, crossers, deep crossers, post routes, and all that kind of stuff. He can run multiple routes, but he's coming in as a developmental wide receiver. Right. The real guy that we got in there, and Kyle Williams, is the guy that can win outside. So we got him in there. Getting a running back contingency option in case something happens with Cook, or we just let Cook walk next year. We're still ending up with a running back room that I feel great about with ETN, Ray Davis, and Ty Johnson. So we're kind of winning in every way that we need to win in terms of having guys that can come in and contribute right now if somebody gets hurt, and setting ourselves up for success next year when we're going to be losing a bunch of guys again. Bro, I think we did great.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was all right. I think it was okay. I do.
Yeah. All right. So here's what we're gonna do.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, no, you good. Wait, what are you doing?
No, you're good. I had the wrong mouse.
Oh, okay. All right. So we're gonna get this out of here, and we are back up here. Okay. So now we need to get to Bam. And where's my Bam? Okay. And then we need to get rid of this here. We need to bring this back up here. So how did you guys like that mock draft? Let us know. I enjoyed it. I think you guys need to save your results and compare them to Beans.
Oh, I shall.
You did you save that? Like, did you take a photo of it?
No, we got a show though. You just go ahead and fast forward on the show.
No, that's very true. I forgot we actually record these things.
Yeah. So
all right,
no problem.
Okay. So now look, bro. I had the fan on this whole entire time, but doing this draft, man, it could have been a little bit better in my opinion.
Yeah.
If we would have had some Reese T, bro, I think that would have like really put this joint over the top. Yeah. What you think?
I think because Reese T is definitely something that you don't need to go ahead and trade back in the draft for. You don't have to trade up in the draft. It's right where it's supposed to be. It's perfect.
I love it.
Why
bro.
is it perfect? Because it's one part refreshing, one part delicious, two part healthy. That's what you can expect when you get Reese T. Junie's over there. He agrees.
No, it's the fact that one is still my mojo, but it's okay.
Steal your mojo? What you talking about?
I don't know.
That was supposed to be my thing saying, but okay.
But did he? But did he steal your Reese T? I think not.
No, I gave you Reese T.
Yeah. See, it gives you a reason to have the tea, a reason for the season. Also, you won't be disappointed if you get yourself a case or individual. It's going to get you where you need to be. Trust me. If you don't, that's okay. See for yourself. Reese T. Click the link in the description below. Use the code PPP. Let them know who sent you.
Bro, I swear I do. I swear I love it. All right, we about to put this right there and bang. Because OLI is watching us now. So with that being said, I need everybody that's on with us right now. We got 52 folks. And if I don't see 52 likes at the end of this video, I want all 52 addies so we can go and slap box.
I'm just gonna cry.
No, I'm kidding. I really appreciate everybody that tuned in with us. I had a ball doing this episode. I cannot wait to get to our draft day special. We will be with you guys. We are going to start an hour before the draft, and we are going to go all the way through the draft. I don't know how many of you guys are planning on staying up after the draft, but I got to be working the next morning. So we're not going to do post, but we are going to have our Friday show going on. That's going to be going on. I think the draft will be started already by then, right? Because we're going on at what time on Friday? Tomorrow. Or not tomorrow.
Yeah, which Friday? What's tomorrow?
Yeah.
Vacation, here I come. No, we can go on regular time, 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock?
Yeah,
okay.
However you want to do it.
So Friday we'll be on at 6, and we will cover rounds 2 and 3 of the draft. I don't know if you want to go till the end of that one, but I mean,
we'll see how it goes. We'll see how the people vibe out with us. I mean, it's a good time. You know, you bring your stories. We'll talk. We'll rap. We'll talk about all things. It doesn't have to be Bills. It doesn't have to be football. Whatever the case may be, we get some laughs and have a good time.
Yep. Okay. For some reason, this doesn't want to stay on repeat, and it's not. What's going on now? Okay. Now the music wants to play. All right. So with that being said, look. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, make that thing
ring-a-ling-a-ling
so that you can get notifications when we send notifications like I will be getting with Coach D after the draft so that we can do some tape review on these players, get to know them a little bit better, get a better feel for what they're going to bring to the team. So make sure you stay tuned for that. I have officially decided, for those of you who already have memberships, what I'm going to do is I'm going to destroy the current membership system, and I'm going to lower the price, and then that's going to be coupled with some new content that we got coming that's going to be exclusive to members only. I'm going to tell you exactly what that is. What it is we're going to do a kind of like a Madden parody, right? And what we're going to do is me and Keyshawn are going to play GM and owner. GM and head coach. I'm going to be the head coach. Keyshawn is going to be the GM. We've got Justice from the Buffalo Fanbase Network and one of his cohorts that commentary on the games, the actual Madden games. And then after the games, me and Keyshawn are going to do post-game press conferences with Mookie Hawkins, Buffalo Bills beat reporter, asking us questions. It's going to be insane, right? And then from there, we're going to take you guys back into the gameplay. We're going to look at, any moves that need to be made, any trade offers, anything like that. It's really going to be like watching a behind the scenes thing go on. It's going to be extensive, but again, it's going to be exclusive to members only. So I want to make this affordable for you guys. We're knocking the membership fee down to $1 a month. If you don't sign up for $1 a month, then you really not rocking with us. I'm sorry. If I can't get $1 off you,
little man, hold $1.
You know what I'm saying? Can I just get $1? I'm kidding.
Quarters.
I'm kidding. But in all seriousness, we want to continue to give you guys the best content available, and I think that is absolutely worth the price right there. Everybody who's already a member now, you're going to stay in the Discord chat, so don't worry about losing access to that. You're not going to lose access to anything else either. I'm just going to, because I have to cancel the current membership and go back in and redo it and all that kind of stuff. So
Billy D ready for the slap box. Yo, he ready for the slap box.
Okay, all right. So, I appreciate that, Mark. Thank you. The other thing we got coming too is the Post Podium Podcast Fantasy League. Okay, it's gonna come up quicker than you think. I already got like 3 dynasty leagues that are that sent out notifications. So if you want to be in our is it a dynasty league or is it redraft?
It's a dynasty.
Okay, if you want to be in our dynasty draft, please hit us up on social media, hit us up on YouTube, anywhere you want to hit us up. Let us know you want to be involved. I will send you an invite. It is for everybody. It is free. So don't worry about the pressure. If you've never done it before, just ask Laura. She played for the first time last season. She loved it. And we were in constant contact all the time, joking, jabbing at each other, all that kind of stuff. It's great. We love it. We want to share that with you guys as well. I'm sorry these notifications are taking so long, but this is what you miss if you don't hit that bell. So with that being said, I'm going to let everybody go. Look, it's been the Post Podium Podcast, home of the All Truth, No Sodium Takes. I've been your co-host, Daramus. And for the AO producer.
My camera's not on. I'm going to say nothing.
You just did. That's him. I'm going to put a baby picture up for him.
Watch out.
I'll put a baby picture like.
Watch out.
Just him.
Hold on, bro.
Just him.
You know what?
We do that too. Every time we put up a short or something like that, we got our baby pictures in there. I like that. That's our style. I've never seen anybody else
my
do
Twitter
that.
picture says my baby picture too. It's like,
all right, Mark, you're in for Dynasty 2. Okay, so when you get a chance, Mark, send me your email in whatever direct message you want to send it, and I'll send you the link for that too. Laura, you didn't lose, you just learned. That's all. See? You see how that works? You just gotta shift the perspective a little bit. All right, we gotta get out of here. Thank you very much for sticking with us. We will see you guys on Thursday. We are starting Thursday. The draft starts at 8, right? So we will be with you guys at 7 p.m. sharp on Thursday. See y'all then.